Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Doghouse Live $150,000 guarantee no limit hold'em tournament final table brought to you at the Doghouse Poker Club. You can see on the screen just a minute ago, you can see our dog tags, which are going to go to tonight's winner. Number one place is going to earn their dog tags, earn their name on the wall here at the Doghouse under the lights. And we got our first hand here, Sange under the gun. Gonna throw ace-5 in the muck, and free money with king-9 suited, the Doghouse hand. See how he elects to play it here. We're gonna start this final table at $30,000, $60,000 with a $60,000 big blind ante. Every player here fairly deep. Our shortest stack gonna be Benjamin sitting on 14 bigs, and then our deep stack is gonna be Corey sitting on 57 bigs. So bunch of play in here tonight, and Benjamin gonna wake up with 2 jacks being our short stack 14 bigs. Gonna elect to just stick it in facing a limp under the gun. I don't mind this jam here, especially facing a limp. The more limps you have in the hand, when you wake up a big hand, you just want to put the money in and try to take down all the dead money that you can. And Corey here, the chip leader, gonna look down at ace king. I don't think we're gonna be folding ace king here. So first hand of the night, gonna have some action. Jacks against ace king. And I am now joined into the booth by my buddy Jesse. How you doing tonight, Jesse?
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Glad to have you in the booth with me. Well, yeah. And you can already see we have some big hands here, Jesse. What do you think about this action we have already going on?
Oh, king-9, jack-jack, ace-king. Corey is what, our chip leader?
Corey is our chip leader. Benjamin our short stack. Benjamin our short stack wakes up with jacks, going to open rip, and Corey wakes up with ace king behind him, going to come in and rip, having every player behind him.
It's a story as old as time, honestly. Jacks versus 2 overs.
It's very standard, yeah. So we're going to start off the tournament final table right with a big flip here. This is a big pot for Benjamin. He wins this pot. He'll be back to 30 bigs. He'll be in a fighting chance to win this.
Yeah, these are the kind of hands you got to win.
Yeah, you got to win your flips here to ever have a chance in a tournament. And let's see if ace king can improve here. 3-10-10. No improvement to the ace king. And Corey sitting on 18% equity with 2 kings and an ace dead being folded pre-flop. Going to a turn. And I believe that would have turned our 9th seed our 1 seed in a full house. He had like a deuce of Scott, yeah. And 4 not going to improve ace king. Benjamin first hand of the night picking up a huge double up and already starting to whittle away at the big stack at the table.
Yeah, most of the time people ask how do you play jacks right there like that.
You play them just like you did, don't you think, Jesse? Just put it in and hope for the best.
Pray that you get a paired board that does not include an ace or a king.
Amen. And big double up for Ben here. Going to go from the short stack to one of our bigger stacks now. Free money here. You're going to throw the ace-9 on the gun in the mug.
Queen 4 of diamonds.
I don't think he's going to get quite as excited with that as he is with jacks.
Queen 6 of hearts.
Queen 6 of hearts going to limp it in here. +2. I think we're going to play this hand. We should be opening, but we are. And now Scott just going to open and rip the ace-10 of hearts. I think we're way too deep to be just ripping in 17 bigs at this stage of the tournament. But looks like he's going to get it through. Nobody has a hand to call him with. So
hey, it's a good move. If you get it all in, you get your chips back.
Sure.
All right, we got Corey at 17% with 2.5.
Gen C right behind him with 14%, 2 million. Sang right behind that was about 2 million. Benjamin was 1.9 now. Went from our short stack to our 4th in chips on the first hand. Strong. Now the only player really needing to have anything happen here is Zachary. He's our only short big stack. Everybody is over 15 bigs or deeper, so there's still tons of play left at the final table.
And we got to give it up to Zachary because usually he plays PLO. Like this is probably the longest he's played, only 2 cards in
a long time.
A long, long time.
I agree with So we got to open here to 225 from the mystery hand. That's a really big raise. But you know what they say, in Texas, everything is bigger. Jacob going to take down the blinds.
I feel like in my soul it's kings.
It's kings? I think it's like eights. Hi, Miranda. How are you tonight? Glad to see everybody tuning in tonight. Thank you guys for tuning out to the 150K Guarantee Final Table here at the Doghouse Poker Club in Cypress, Texas. You can see our table is sponsored by the Home Team Roofing,
where you drop in and drop out.
Big shout out to Super Mike, leader of the Home Team squad. As Jesse said, drop it in and dropping out. And Jacob going to limp in on the gun. And a big shout out to Super Mike as well for bubbling our final table. Played really good. Good run by him. Well played, sir. And now let's see what Gen C decides. Oh, sorry. Jacob did open under the gun with Jack 10. I prefer this play. And going to get Ace 10, a hand that hasn't dominated it, throwing them up. And now Saint here with an Ace 9 off and on the button. Has position, has an ace. Can't go wrong with putting in chips when you have position and an ace. And it looks like he's trying to raise, but he doesn't realize that Jacob is already raised. So it looks like with that little bit of confusion, it's just going to be a call. And Saint's probably thinking, damn, I wish I was paying more attention. I didn't realize I was already facing a raise. Now his hand just got some weird dynamics. And Jacob can't really like seeing that Saint was trying to raise because Jacob's only got Jack 10 suit off suit. It's not that great of a hand. 10, Jack 6. It's a great hand now, top 2 for Jacob. I like to see a check here. Very good check by Jacob. I like that check. That's a really good check by Jacob. Top 2. Not a whole lot you're afraid of. And an even better turn card. Sanj with no club in his hand, though. It's going to be hard to get any chips out of Sanj here. Jacob here with the nuts. Going to check it over. And you can see when Sanj is check 2 here on the river, on the turn, he's going to take a stab at it. Going to think Jacob, he can get to fold some better ace highs and maybe like some under pairs of the board.
But you know what he's not going to fold?
The nuts.
His hand.
Hey, man. And now when Sanj is check 2 here, he's going to think, like, his ace high reasonable up to showdown. 4 clubs on the board. He could represent, like, the ace of clubs, some ace high, some big flushes. And he's going to bet big here. And Jacob is just sitting here thinking about Las Vegas and the Mirage. And going to put in the check rip and get the snap fold as Sanj, which is going to leave him crippled. And Jacob now winning a huge pot, $3.3 million going Jacob's way. We got a new chip leader at the table.
With
Jacob with
$3.3 million. Jacob.
21% of the chips in play.
And just for everybody that doesn't know, Jacob is one of our dealers here at Doghouse.
Yeah,
He's
so
been
we're
here for years.
Been here longer than I have. I don't know about Jesse, but he's been here longer than me.
Not as long as me. I kind of walked in when they were still putting up the walls.
Nobody's been here as long as Jesse, except Dean.
Truth.
And big pot by Jacob. Going to take the chip lead now and on to the next hand.
What did you say?
And Corey looking down at ace-king again. It didn't do him real good last time. I don't think that's going to change his decision-making in this hand. Look like going to bump it up to 130, our first standard raise size we've seen tonight. 2.2.
10-2 out of the way. 8-7 is probably going to be let go as well.
Yeah, that's in the muck. Hey, you're not playing 8-7 off in the stage of the tournament. Gent going to throw the ace-3 off in the muck. And going to get to our blinds. Benjamin not going to get in there with 10-5 off. And Jacob's going to defend his big blind with most of his hands as he should. And he does have the reasonable hand to do it with queen 10 off. And big chip stacks colliding. Ooh. Corey flopping a gutter with 2 overs. Jacob flopping middle pair.
Jacob's got them run good chips.
And Jacob's going to check it over to him. And I don't see how Corey can't c-bet this flop with a gutter and 2 overs. Mandatory c-bet.
But the real question is he just going to flat call or is he going to see 3-bet?
Nah, he's just going to check call. There's no reason to raise here. Really get called out worse. Might bet better. And 9 on the turn. Going to give Jacob an over and ender to go with. He has middle pair. And let's see if Corey elects to keep betting. No, elects to check back play. Figures he got some showdown value. Oh, terrible river for Jacob. Going to give him top and bottom.
This is why I like to keep betting there, just because a lot of chances they don't have you beat here.
With ace queen?
Yeah, no, like when you have the queen 10, you hit that board with them raising. What are they raising with that they're going to beat you with?
They have some hands. They have some over
I know,
pairs.
some hands, obviously some hands.
And
But
you can see
as the
Jacob's face
division
here, not
continues-
pleased with the hand. He's like, damn, that's a terrible river card for me. And Jacob here, 80% VPIP, still retaining the chip lead, I believe, even after that last spot. I believe this is our fourth hand of this final table. You can see our dealer Eric in the box. 1, 2 of these top dogs in a row. Now he's stuck dealing these final tables as a top dog. Say if you can't win it, you got to work it.
It's going to be on TV anyway.
I play every hand different day. I don't mind showing.
What's your dad say?
The words of my father. You got to walk the talk. Walk the talk.
You don't talk the walk.
You never get anywhere far when you talk the walk.
Walk the talk. Always walk.
He's moving forward.
Eight raises 160, 9 folds, 1 fold, 2 folds.
And you can see our updated chip counts. Corey going to retake our chip lead with a little over 3 million. Jacob right behind him, 2.7. Then Jink behind that.
Gents.
Gents?
Gents.
Oh, because he's a gent. Gents the gent. Thank you guys all for tuning out tonight at the Doghouse Live. Give me a shout out in the chat where you're watching from and who you're sweating tonight. Who do you want to see take home those red and black dog tags? And Corey here with the chip lead and 2 Broadway cards. I think this is a mandatory raise. He might decide to play Wimp's strategy out of the small blind. Nope, elects to go ahead and raise. Kind of small. I know I said before it's the same advice, but when you're out of position, you want to go bigger. I like 3x out of the small blind, out of the small blind. Donna rooting for her nephew, Scott. We're all rooting for the home team here, Donna.
I'd like to see Jacob pull it out.
I'd like to see Jacob pull it out too.
So does Guts Poker.
Yep. I like to see Jacob pull it out too, Jesse. It's his first appearance on our live stream. I like to see him take home the top prize of his first appearance.
That'd be
That'd be
nice.
awesome. He definitely deserves it. You can't find a nicer guy at the doghouse. There's a lot of nice guys here. Good luck out there, Guts. Hope you bring home all the awesome money to Cypress.
He like 8-5. He call all the time.
It's a wheel. It's a wheel draw. Steel wheel. That's what they call that. Ace man. Halfway there. Totally halfway there.
One more to go.
Benjamin gonna raise the hijack with 7-9 off, playing his position. Decent raise. And Scott here gonna wake up with ace jack off in the small. And he's gonna throw it in the muck.
8-5.
Wow, I like to see a 3-bet out of the small with a hand like ace jack, but I guess you know what they say, tight is right. Scott, you're number 7 in chips, so you gotta try to get in there and try to find some pots here. You can't just be sitting here folding ace jack in the blinds. I don't think, but.
I think out of everybody at this final table, I think Scott has the least amount of years playing poker.
Experience.
Yeah.
You know what it takes to play golf, Roy?
I think you're probably
You know,
right.
so far, pocket pair, all in no
If there's water, it
pocket
takes a lot
king.
of balls.
He got you.
But it's
got
even
that
better
in
for
the
him
guy.
because this is really good experience. Making a final table on day 2.
Yeah, a big tournament. Yeah. I hope so, Emil. I hope you're right. And free money here, looking down at the Cowboys, going to limp in early-ish position under +2. I don't mind this little trap here. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think anybody has anything to raise. Going to get the small blind in there. Let's see if the big blind elects to check back or if he goes for a raise. Bagger with 7-3 suited, definitely going to check it back. And now, Ace-Jack is always good when your opponents are raising the 7-9 off, guys. And Jack 9-9, you get Jeffrey top 2 pair on the board effectively.
Looks like that flat call is brilliant.
Going to work for your money. Let's see if he elects to spring the trap here, if he's going to continue slow playing. Looks like he's not real sure of himself, but he's going to put in the call. I like this play. What do you think, Jesse?
I do too, because you don't know if he's got a jack here, and if the continuation comes on the turn, anything but a 9.
I think that's a queen of hearts. I think that's a pretty bad turn card for you as well. Going to shut down a lot of action. Maybe you're not getting paid off from the 9, I don't think.
Play this game, go all back around. Play back around, go forward.
And it looks like the turn's going to check. And the 10 is going to give free money a bigger straight than Jeffrey. He's going to both play straight.
Where was the rest of that pot?
Yeah,
I feel like there was a missed bet somewhere.
Missed bet on the river for sure. Whenever Jeffrey checks the river to free money and he's got a king out straight, especially with 2 kings, you got to find a bet here. He's never checking a flush twice. I don't think he's ever checking a full house twice. Like,
yeah.
I think free money definitely gets value on the river if he bets.
I play a little bit more aggressive, and I would have made a bet on this on the queen as well.
With the kings? Or
Yes.
Yeah, with the kings, I think I bet the turn as well. Right? But it's a mandatory bet on the river when check 2. I don't think he's checking a full house or a...
Easy. Good shitload. If you lose, double it. If you lose that, double it.
I don't think he's ever checking a flush or a full house G on the river there after you check back turn. And I think you're getting value too. I think if he bets like 275K, I think he's going to get paid off by the 8.
Hey, are you trying to ladder up or are you trying to level up? You bring back
And also going to showdown there with kings. You're showing your opponents that you're playing tricky. They're gonna give you more credit for stronger hands when you're limping in versus when you're raising.
And when you go by the name free money, you actually do definitely need to have a stronger appearance.
Definitely need to boost your image some for sure. And Zachary here, ace 8
I knew you got ace.
suited in the small blind. It's an 11 bigs. I don't think I'll blame him if he just ships it in here. Guess he could also raise like 150. Yeah, let's ship it in. And gents, I'm going to show the king 9, the doghouse hand. I'm going to throw him up, giving his opponent some respect. Duly noted. Does have a suited ace, blind no blind.
He folded.
No, he got all that forward.
He wasn't going to go that hand. He had queen 9.
All right, here's a little bit of the payout. Marks down 32,000 for first, 20 for second, 13 for third, 10-5 for fourth, 8-5 for fifth, 7 for sixth, 5 for seventh, 45 for eighth, and a $4,200 payout for ninth place.
Everybody at this table guaranteed $4,200, but they're all fighting over the 32 big ones up top.
Yes, these are his.
32 high stacks of society.
Do you know what happens if I win $32,000?
You go to the strip club.
No, I call in rich the next day.
I believe you, Jesse. I'm pretty sure I've seen you do it when you've won $600.
It's like working a free shift. I always appreciate playing cards.
Jacob
at the
limping in
doghouse.
the queen 9 suited here +2. A lot prefer to see a raise. And now Corey's the one with the jacks.
200.
I think Jacob's limping in too many hands. I think if he's going to be playing these hands, he needs to be raising them. If not, you're just kind of playing the most passive route you can in the hand. You can't really represent anything when you're limping. So
That's very true, but you can also look at it this way. If you're willing to call flat call, only if you're willing to call a raise. Let's see if he's willing to call this raise.
and Zach here with ace 8 suited again. A little bit deeper than the last time. A little bit different situation, facing a limp and a raise. I think we might see these cards go in the muck. Yep. Good read by him. He's thinking Jacob could be limited kings or aces here. Could have a big hand.
I feel like he was thinking, I wish I had 2 more cards.
For sure. And it looks like you're right. Jacob was willing to call another raise. Ship leaders battling. Ace 9-4 going to slow the jack down a little bit probably. I expect to see a C bet, and I expect Jacob to call, and then I think he's going to check on the turn depending on what the turn is.
Yeah, nobody likes that ace, but Jacob definitely likes pairing up on the board.
Well, it's always nice to flop a pair. It's hard to make a pair and hold them. We can't tell. Players have always had a pair every hand tonight so far, 11 hands in. But It's hard. And check on the flop. I would have liked to have seen a bet on the flop by Corey just because this board favors your
I was
range.
about to say Jacob's going to bet, but I don't think Corey's going to believe him that he has an ace now.
He might.
Only reason you don't bet an ace on the flop is if you think you have an over-aggressive player that's going to pop
Bet
you.
the turn, yeah. And good play here by Jacob. Gonna turn
Bluffing with the best of it.
bluffing with the worst of it.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
He's probably thinking he's
The
going
best
for
bluff of the worst hand.
He thinks he's going for protection, I think, there when he bets. He's like, I'm trying to get protection against like hands like King Queen, King Jack, Jack Queen, trying to prevent hands with overcards to come along.
Jacob's probably also thinking the fact that he checked back to him on the flop means he doesn't have an ace either.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think he thought he was bluffing. I thought he thinks he was going for protection. I don't think he ever puts his opponent on a pair there.
All right, Jacob back in first place with 3.1 mil.
Let's go, Jacob. Keep it up. Run that stack up. We got some action hands already, Mr. Jesse.
Rick Fuentes says, go Jacob, another usual tournament player that we have here at the Doghouse.
Yeah, one of our
Cheering
regulars.
on for our late night dealer, Jacob.
Gents here gonna do a position raise. 10 deuce. The Doyle. Do it for Doyle, they say. Gonna get a hand against dominator fold. And free money here with ace queen, the big blind. Just gonna elect a call. Would like to have seen a 3-bet here by big money. Ace queen is ahead of a lot of the button raising range. As you can see, Gents has 10 deuce. And on the queen 7-9, I think Jim's gonna bet his gutter, and I don't think free money's gonna continue. Instead, it goes check, check. What do I know? Oh, Jens has got the button. Yeah, duh, I knew that. Uh-oh. And now Jens pairs his 10. Free money gonna turn an open ender. Technically a double gutter because the king would give him an ace high.
Excellent, excellent.
And now he's gonna come out betting about half pot.
The problem here, betting on the 10, is Gents hit the 10. He knows he's got a better hand than 7 or 9, and why wouldn't a jack bet on the flop with that?
But free money could also have some 8s here. You know, like some 7-8, some 6-8, some 8x hands that have made a straight on the turn.
Maybe I just play a little bit more aggressively than the usual player. But if I hit a 7-8 on that flop, I'm betting.
Out of position into the pre-fold aggressor. I don't think that's GTO.
It's not GTO. GTO at all.
They're right here.
And now
Here we go, the bluff.
biggest bluff is free money. And I think Jens is gonna sniff this one out. Like, I don't know, it's kind of got the bottom of his range, but I guess he could have some ace highs here for the true bottom of his range. But I think the jack pairs is a bad card for free money to keep betting at. I do like free money's bluff here though. He does block the straights. He blocks king queen, queen 8.
I think you're right. I think he's going to call.
He looks like he's leaning towards it. He's got the calling chips in his hand. He's looking, he's thinking, mulling it over.
He's reading the storybook that was just already laid out for him.
And a moment of silence for the man in the blender. And does flip in the call. Gents here winning a big pot and free money, losing over half of the stack in this pot. And these are the spots I get into, Jesse, where I continue bluffing in spots where I should give up, and that's how I dump a lot of my chips too. So it does happen.
Look, David, I made final table again.
All right, free money just won himself a bottom place stack right now with 470,000. Same with Sang.
Now they really need to have something happen. They're the first players under 10 big blinds at this tournament.
That's what they spread. It gets red.
At this final table, I should say.
blue deck? You get the red. They get you both of them, right?
Zachary here, ace 10 off.
Isn't this like the third time we've seen him with ace 10?
I think he had like ace 8 suited twice, but yeah.
Oh, it was ace 8.
Guys in the chat, can you hear me and Jesse well? We just had some insider information, some insider trader information given to us that you guys couldn't really hear us. So is this a little better?
Enron. No, if you guys can hear us, leave us a comment on Facebook, YouTube, what have you, whatever platform you're reading.
Twitch.
Just let us know if you can hear us.
And Zachary going to ship it in with the ace 10, picking up another pot. And here's our chip counts. Free money at the bottom, 430,000. Jacob at the top with 3.1 million. Everybody somewhere else in between. Sanj and free money sitting under 10 bigs, sitting on about 5 bigs a piece actually, a little bit more. Scott with 1 million, a little less than 10 bigs. Thank you, Miranda. We appreciate the feedback.
You said feedback, and we're on microphones.
I'm glad you got that, Jesse. Scott here, King Jack in the muck.
That's one Jack King offsuit.
Thanks, Dax. Appreciate you, bro. Good looking out. We appreciate the feedback.
No, I didn't put out anybody.
Should I be the button?
Mr. Emil, we did announce ourselves at the start of the stream, but we can do it again. I am Dexter. I am one of the main commentators and producers of this here live stream, along with my good friend Colin Sachs. And I'm joined in the booth today by one of my fellow commentators, Jesse.
Jesse Wolf here. Hey, how's everybody's doing? Day 1 OG Doghouse. How is it going? You got any questions? Anything you want to know about the Doghouse? Post it in a question right now. We will try to get you answered up. Let you know what's going on. Let y'all know what the next big tournament we got going on planned for you here at the Doghouse.
Thank you, Rick. Appreciate you, brother. All the kind words. And yeah, we always have big action and big tournaments here at the Doghouse. Big tournaments, big cash games. Action's always great. If you guys haven't been here, you owe it to yourself to come on down and play at the best card club in Houston and probably in Texas. At the Doghouse Poker Club. We are in Cypress, Texas, off Munchkin 290, right by the mini Buc-ee's, or as I like to call it, Buc-ee's Light. Yeah, Rick, it is a great place to play. The staff is great. The players are great. And here we go, Jeffrey picking up 2 kings. See how we're going to elect to play this. Going to bump it up, look like 200 thou wow.
Thou wow.
2.5x. That's pretty standardish. So a little bit big at this stage in the tournament, but not bad. You got king, so can't.
Free money wakes up with an ace suited.
Suited ace, putting in the 5 bigs. You got to make a spot to elect to put it in, and he does. He's going to get the bad news. And now Corey here with 2 9s. Kind of in a tough spot. Facing an open and then a jam from a short stack with 2 9s. I think what's going to happen here, I think Corey's going to call, and I think Jeffrey's going to come over the top, and I think Corey's going to have to fold.
It's almost sometimes like you can see the future, Dex.
Almost. This did happen 30 minutes ago, so we have a little bit of insider information.
Ooh, juicy.
Who wants a
Each
pair?
other's out.
Who wants a pair?
Wow, and just elects to throw the 9s in the muck. Wow, what a fold. I thought for sure he was going to call at least the jam. KC, yeah, bro, it's the best place I've ever played at or worked at, so we love it here at the Doghouse. We love all the management, all the players, all the staff. Everybody's great. And free money here looking for an ace, and does get it right on the flop. I was going to say some ace or some spades. I saw a spade in the window, then I seen an ace behind it. And now, Jeffrey going to turn a gutter looking for a jack or a king. And now free money, a big double up, back up to over $1 million, and that's going to leave Jeffrey a little bit shorter than free money is with $1,015,000 versus $1,060,000. So much needed double up for free money there. Now he's back in the races.
And that's like most people say, kings are just ace magnets. It's almost inevitable.
Inevitable, yeah. That's why free money went all in. He knew Zachary had kings. He looked down at an ace. He's like, if he's got kings, an ace always has to come. So. And you heard Super Mike in the background. Break yourself, fool. I don't know who he was talking to, but they better get braced.
seam pressuring up over there.
Just don't look back at it.
Silent killer.
He told you he's a silent killer. And another ace king here, Jeffrey.
I feel like this is going to be the hand.
And Sanj here with 40% of Royal, sitting on 6 bigs, I think. Wow, just gonna throw in the muck.
Let it go, let it go.
You can only be so patient here. Your big blinds in like the next 3 hands, brother. You gotta find a hand to play. This time it was a good fold because you were severely dominated and crushed. But
You know,
still,
sometimes you just know.
that's fair. Guess I can't say anything. I folded ace queen on a 7 big blind stack in one of these live stream final tables. So sometimes you do just know, Jesse.
You know what they call the ace queen, though?
Parking lot
lot hand.
You know what they call the king 9?
The king 9?
The king 9, yeah.
Let me think. Is it the doghouse?
No, that's what we call it here.
Oh.
There's a difference.
Is it the Michael Vick?
No. Close, though. Very close.
Little 7 people. 3 out of the 7 plays the tournament.
Oh, you did too?
Me, him, wow. Yeah, the tournament in the morning.
So you guys are probably really tired.
A lot of hands being let go right now. Benjamin
Were you the only 3 who bagged?
with the king 9, letting that go too. Jacob let
So-
it go 8-6.
Back to what we were saying, the king 9, which we just saw. 8-6 is suited on the buttons. Pretty standard open, I think, when you have this big of a chip advantage on your people behind you.
Take your call. You see your
And Scott here, A6 suited, going to put it in. And Corey doesn't have enough hand to call. I think Scott's going to pick up this raise. Go back to what we were saying before this hand brewed, and we got this quick fold. The old school players used to call the king 9 hand the sawmill hand because they said if you played the king 9, you were going to end up working at the sawmill.
That makes sense.
The old school players call it. Now it's known as the K9.
Think of how
Or
many
the
views
doghouse
that
hand.
last
We
year
work at the
would
doghouse. And for those of y'all who don't know, in the cash game, we have a king 9 bad beat. So you can make kings full of 9s with king 9, aka the doghouse hand, and you get it beat. That's a big payout coming your way, probably close to $3,000 or $4,000. I think the total prize pool is between $7,000 and $8,000. And the losing hand, which is a king 9 hand, gets 50% of that. So if you want to come try to get that cracked, come on down to the doghouse, get in the cash game, pick up the king 9, and bump it on up.
Alright, sorry. Okay.
And just in case you guys didn't know, we also have a PLO bad beat and a Hold'em bad beat.
Otherwise, he was
Yep.
sitting there, good hand.
And free meals and free drinks while you're playing cash. And we have an outstanding kitchen. Our kitchen staff is wonderful.
Full kitchen. We have everything from steak to burgers, chicken fingers,
Mahi mahi.
mahi. We got chicken,
pho.
fried rice, shrimp fried rice, whatever you want.
We got pho. We got omelets. We got breakfast plates. We got breakfast tacos. We got taco salads. And if you can imagine something that you want whipped up, the Doghouse Kitchen could probably make it happen for you. And it looks like we got a little bit of a flip going on here.
Letting it go with the queen
Sanj
jack.
all in with the A7 off, and Benjamin with 2 10s. Sanj's going to get the bad news shortly that he's going to need to catch an ace and an ace only. Well,
Hey, if an ace can beat 2 kings, an ace can beat 2 10s.
that's very true.
Well, yeah,
I don't think he has quite the same luck as free money, though.
obviously.
Guess we're going to find out.
I'll play one.
Looking to improve, looking for 2 7s, some straight possibilities, or an ace.
I was machine gun Mike.
And how about just ace 7 here?
But they didn't make it easy because 10 of spades in that other hand.
That wasn't all in chin.
And 8 of clubs not going to help. It was a black card, but not the correct black card. Looking for a spade or a 10 on the river. King not going to do it. Sanj going to find a double up here with the A7. And just like Jesse said, if an ace can beat 2 kings, an ace has no trouble smacking down 2 10s. We got you, Alejandro. Jesse says salute.
Gracias, mi amigo.
And pocket threes here for Sanj, 14 bigs under the gun. I don't like these small pocket pairs under the gun and hold them. I think on these stacks just to fold them. Because like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna limp, someone's gonna raise, and you're gonna call and hope to flop a set. You don't flop a set, you're gonna have to check fold. You either have to re-up or fold, I think.
Yeah, no, I never flat with a small pocket pair there. I'm gonna raise if anything. I'm gonna maybe 2.25, maybe 2.5.
Yeah, it's either a raise or a fold. I don't like the
Jeffrey letting go of the absolute nuts, in my opinion.
Can we make the 4-5 again, Jeff?
Who wants to double up, Jeff?
Zach here gonna elect to complete out of the small blind. And Gents here picking up 2 sevens. I believe this is gonna be a raise.
No,
Nope.
just letting it and going with a
Playing it
check.
slow. See what the flop brings.
3, 4, 7.
10, 10, 8. 3, 4, 7 would be an action flop, but not quite. On the 10, 10, 8, I think Gents and Song have got to be kind of confident in their hands here. See what Songja likes to do here. The pair, I think when check 2 with position, you should bet, yeah. Bet's big, though. That's an overbet of 400K. This is way too big, and I think he's going to get through, though, I think. Yeah, Gents shows that he has him beat. It shows the sevens.
Sometimes
the
it's
threes.
not what they think you have. It's what you want them to think you have.
For sure. And look, Sands is entertaining himself with that little bet. He's like, oh, I got him to fold the best hand. I am the greatest, as Tony G would say. The greatest. And here are our chip counts. Nobody with less than $1 million now. Jeffrey, our short stack, sitting on just barely $1 million free money with 1 million. Jackery and free money have the exact same, actually, 1,060,000. So nobody under 10 bigs now. Still a decent amount of play here. Free money doing things we're not used to seeing free money do, folding an ace.
Because if an ace can beat 2 kings, an ace can beat 2 tens.
What about King Jack? Can an ace beat King Jack?
An ace can beat anything. Except for a deuce in VC.
And King Jack just gonna elect to rip it here? Or, oh, yep, does elect to rip it. And Gents here waking up with 2 9s. Ooh, we could have action here. He knows facing the jam on the button, it looks not that strong. You know, the button range is a lot wider than the under the gun or under the gun plus 2 ranges.
We want action. We want action.
Gents is like, I didn't raise my 7s. I probably would have won that pot. I got 9s now. It's better than what I had last time.
This is usually when I close my eyes and just put chips in the middle. I have a hard time not calling when I know I'm ahead.
Jesse, do you put chips in the middle before you look at your cards?
Sometimes it's for the rush.
That's fair. Hit him with the Indolfo special.
Sometimes they only think I didn't look at my cards.
And Gen Z here really with a kind of a tough decision here. He calls and he's wrong. He's only got 1.4 million left. which I
Right
guess
now,
is
there's
still not
only
too
one
bad.
thing he's thinking about. He's like, do they have an overpair? Or they have 2 overs? It's the only thing that you have to worry
And that's
about.
another
right now.
thing. He knows that like whenever he calls here, it's always a flip at best. I guess Zachary could have 7s or 8s. And he's gonna see it as a flip 9s against King Jack off. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. I meant Jack King off.
Oh, you dirty bird.
Or as we like to call it, the Malachi.
I feel like 2 9s is going to hold this hand.
I have a feeling you're correct. Pocket pairs haven't been doing good, but I feel like they're going to be doing good in this spot. They got to win at least one, right?
All right, we got 5 outs.
That's not one of them.
About
For a king
11%.
or a jack on the river, not coming.
Oh, King Jack, no good.
And congratulations, Zachary out, our ninth place finisher, taking home 4,200. Well played by him. Deep run. Well played, sir. Congratulations.
All right, we got 8 players left with 4,500 guaranteed to the next person that busts out.
Still fighting over that 32,000 that's up top and the red and black dog tags. And for those of y'all who are wondering, we run our top dog tournament once a month here at the Doghouse, and it's typically a 50K guarantee. This month, it was a 150K guarantee because we were doing a series with it. But typically, it's a 50K guarantee, and we always give dog tags for those tournaments. So if you want your chance at earning your dog tags, having something you can hang on your wall, or even wear around when you come to play at the doghouse, come on down. I believe it's going to be our second week of the month. We run this tournament Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, day 2 being on Sundays always. So if you want your chance at winning your dog tags, come on down to the Doghouse Poker Club. You can check Atlas for the exact dates of that next Top Dog tournament.
Oh, it is. In the window.
Yeah.
Two clubs.
How about the 6 of clubs?
Good answer.
Nice playing with you.
All right, Jens is on the button with 5 deuce off, letting it go. Sang's got ace jack off in the small blind, putting it all in.
Lead open number 6. You guys said, I didn't know what you said. I just heard a shout. I'm like, oh, God.
He saw putt.
I know.
Hey, Shaq going to rip it in here. Free money with 10-9.
Really good. Or really
Can't call. On to the next hand.
I saw 9.
Guys, I'm going to take a short break here. I'm going to go get a bottle of water and get that drink that Alejandro bought Jesse. So I'll be right back, guys. I'll leave y'all here with Jesse.
All right, guys, let's see what's going on. Now Song's over here on the button.
Yeah.
All right, Jens took over our first place with 25% of the chips in play with 3.8 million.
It's like about 3.9.
Don't give him a jack. Maybe he might give you a jack.
All right, Jacob with Queen 10 raised to 160K. Everybody seems to be letting it go, and he scoops a dead pot.
They'll do the payout over there. That's why.
They probably have to take care of that over there. Player down, 12-6.
Come back up. Hey guys, can I get everybody to back away from the table, please? Back away. Out of camera view, please. Thank you guys.
It's these cards, guys.
I like to. I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna double it up 3 times.
All right, and don't forget, guys, if an ace can beat kings and an ace can beat tens, an ace can definitely beat jacks, correct?
This one's something with his big blind.
That opens up some more outs for him. Not just any ace, but, oh, and a 5.
I raise him.
Leaves Benjamin with 2 outs.
Against this guy.
All right, Dexter's on his way back in. How's everybody doing?
Beam me up, Scotty.
Hey,
Guys.
Dexter, how's it going?
I'm back. Thank you. Turn that down just a touch. Things are going to be a little tough on our viewers' ears. What's up, guys? I'm back. Sorry about that. Going to get that drink that was promised from my fellow commentator here. And now Benjamin, after getting those jacks cracked, going to be left short stacked here. Sitting on 170,000. What's that? 2 big blinds? 2.1 bigs, I think.
Yeah. And in the words of David Perry,
Chip and a share.
boom. All right, Benjamin is the dealer with Jacob and Corey being small and big blind.
I thought Eric was our dealer. And Jacob here going to bubble it up with the A7 off. Small blind against big blind.
Corey
Take it
letting
down.
go of the Jack 6, or how some of us call it, the insurrectionist's hand.
That's what I've heard it called once or twice.
So on the final chip count we got going on right now, Benjamin with 1% of the chips in play. That last hand really did him bad.
Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Ace-5 against jacks.
Hey, as I told them, if ace can beat kings and an ace can beat tens,
And easily jacks.
easily jacks.
Everybody, poker players hate jacks anyways.
Sang calls with ace-10 off. Scotty has ace-deuce off. Puts him in real bad position.
The queen 9-7 flop, not going to improve Scott any. 11%. 2 outs to improve.
I feel like if queen doesn't help on the flop, it ain't going to help on the turn.
Gives him some chop outs though. Any 9-7.
Gives him some bluff outs too.
I don't think Scott's for bluff. I don't think he's a player that's ever going to be turning his ace high into bluff. And as I said, some chop outs. Unless Sange can find a bet here, I do believe we're going to chop this up. And wow, Scott is electing to bet his ace high, and I don't think it's going to get through. Yeah, Sange is going to sniff it out. The men bet against ace high.
Bet you didn't sniff it out on the turn.
Bet you didn't either. Yeah, he folds a turn.
Sometimes I be speaking wild, but sometimes I be speaking the truth. VPIP, Jacob with 32%, down to Gents with 12%. All right, guys, it looks like they're about to take a break, so we're going to take a break in here in the booth as well.
That is accurate.
Dexter and Jesse out for a minute. Come back, and I think it's a 10-minute
break.
10-minute break. All right, we'll be
Thank
back
you guys
in 10
so
minutes.
much for tuning out. We'll be back shortly. Please stay in tune.
All right.
Jesse and Dexter out.
Fighter. He will get it.
You should set odds and maybe take bets from people out there.
No, because I'll come over here and incite a riot. I'll be inciting action. You gonna let him do you like that, Jeff? Oh man. You think you're big blind like that?
3-week move for an 80-1.
Yeah.
I feel like I caught a stray right there.
I raced with you one time.
Pin in the window to get it over with, or you want to sweat it?
Let's sweat it.
I think so. I can be short.
I got.
That's why I'm so scared right now. Don't fuck me out of here. Don't fuck me. Do not fuck me. Snowman. Yes.
Ooh,
Man,
he made that shit close.
yeah.
Very close.
Look like
Y'all
five.
playing Hangman Edge, you would have lost.
Good game, Scott.
Okay, man.
Hey, Alex, keep going.
Yep. Too easy. Yourself 1500.
Hey, we fought five again.
I even broke it down. We can see it on the camera. If you
Come on in, guys.
C5 is always.
Let's do it.
Sheet 8 folds.
I don't mind so much hand. I play every hand differently.
We're going to see it on TV anyway.
I was calling. Really? People gonna watch that? I know. Like after the tournament, they're gonna watch.
Oh, AU.
Yeah, he's down in there.
I got to study these players.
7. I mean, that's the hand you might call it because you think, oh, my cards are live.
I know the Jet couldn't call and lately I have hard to tell that he worried about this guy. He worried about his end.
2 a.m. and I'm live.
Super Mike after dark.
hand, guys. 75, 125, 140.
Force in action.
2-9 raise.
All right, guys, we're back to the action. Dexter's still outside. He's on his way back in right now. But the tournament has continued, so we are on our way.
Yeah, 15. When you come back, a little bit longer after. Thank you.
Wrong color.
All right, we got some smaller hands being thrown in the middle. King 8, Jacobs also throwing his hand in the middle.
I believe you.
Benjamin's all in with King 8. Scott's got Ace 8. Has King 8 absolutely dominated.
Clean that bitch out. Good job. Really good job trying to get off.
I have no idea.
73% to 25% equity. Uh-oh. Ace and a 9 for an open-ended king.
Short 25.
Oh, 75.
75.
Sorry.
And Scott takes out Benjamin for 7th place. I mean 8th place, which I think is a payout of $4,500.
2 left to the front. Lead open 7.
Everybody that we know, that we got Daryl in the box on the final table right now, giving Eric a little bit of a break.
I play heavy hand different. I don't.
Go over there, please.
They did track you. They did track you.
You look extra Asian when you do that. You're getting off like a blue
Let me tell you that much. Me and Paul play whole night POO. He lock-in dealer. He make less than $500. That tells you something. Both me and Paul playing for 5 hours. He make less than $500.
He couldn't give you a hand.
Jen's showing 2 10s right there. Gents with 26% of the chips in play with 4 million. We are on hand 27 of the final table. Already down 2 players.
4 makes it 2.5.
Free money wakes up with sevens. Scott letting go queen jack.
I don't think it's 7. Well,
Jens calls with 10-8 off.
Yeah.
Sands decides to check it. Free money stays ahead with sevens, but you've got to be a little concerned with the queen out there, especially when Jens decides to open up, but he is playing against 2 of the shorter stacks on the table, so he's probably just bullying. I say probably. We know he's bullying.
Who wants the ladder up? Who wants the level up?
I want you to do color commentary. Think of how many views that live stream would get.
That's doing a pretty good job, man. Pretty handy.
I have to say, this is a great soundtrack. All music.
You think we can expect it?
Very good.
Oh, we have to be. All right, sorry. Okay.
Otherwise, absolutely.
Otherwise, he was sitting there with that.
Oh, we got a bunch of mystery hands. Jeffrey, 3 deuce, the diaper. Letting it go. Jens, ace, jack, diamonds.
245.
Raising it up to 2.3 bigs. Free money folds. Jens takes another pot. This is how you play chip lead, guys. You push around your plate.
Oh, I had 9 deuces. I had you guys crushed.
Yeah, come back.
Same thing.
You know you've done well in a poker tournament. Get to the point where the big one is starting. Well, yeah. So obviously,
I'll play one flat.
All right, free money in the small blind, big blind. Jacob.
Machine gun
Blinds being 50,000, 100,000, 100,000.
all in chin.
Corey, king 9, suited in the middle. Scott letting go some little ones. Jeffrey letting go. Jens calling with ace 3 offsuit.
Then I went to all games.
Oh, I apologize. He made it 2.3 bigs. Big blinds. Jacob's got Jens to 3 outs. Flop doesn't really help anybody.
You gonna hire me?
Take it. On the table.
Oh.
Need to put it away.
Everybody's guaranteed at least $5,000 on this final table right now. But we're still hoping to see who wins $32,000.
small pot. We don't need to worry about it yet.
Happened quick, man.
Yeah.
Bruh, I was just impressed about turning 21, you know what I mean?
Can we make the 4-5 again, Jeff?
No, I don't watch yet.
Anyways, 275.
All right, Scott's letting go of a hand, putting it in the middle. Jeffrey waking up with 2 sevens, going to put it all the way in.
How you run over there?
Jens has ace-9 offsuit. And if an ace can beat kings, 10s, and jacks, an ace can beat 7s.
I agree, Jesse. An ace can put 7s right in the muck. see if he decides to try to do it, though. How much is he facing? 750,000? Tempting.
He is the short stack. He's going to call.
And looks like since I've been gone, we've been down to 6 players, so congratulations. And now Sanch here with 2 6s in a weird spot, too. Well, he's just going to put him in. So I apologize. No, 7 players. Looks like we didn't lose as many as I thought we did. And Sanch going to correctly throw these in the muck, facing a jam. And free money, putting ace king.
Wow.
And the muck, that's an insane fold. I never thought I would ever see that.
If we can call him free money anymore, we might have to call him
locked up money.
Sometimes loose money, sometimes not so loose
locked
money.
Up money. We're gonna rename him locked up money. I kind of like the fold though. All in and a call.
Call him Fort Knox.
Trying to get one of these pay jumps. I still don't think ace king's too big of a hand to fold though. How many chips does he have? 1.5. Yeah, I like to see a rejam because then Gents is almost stuck in there calling. And how about top set for Jeffrey? That's pretty good flop.
I raised just big blind earlier. 6.
And a little hezzy on the turn there. Pleasures. And 7's full, top full. Gonna lock it up for Jeffrey. And had free money going all in, and somehow Gents called. He would have broke about even, so don't mind the fold here. And good pickup.
I mean, they might.
For Jeffrey, up to 1.7 mil. Fourth
Everybody
in chips now.
is so close in chips except for Gents.
And Jacob, yeah, Jacob and Gents have the majority of the chips in play, 48% of the chips in play between their 2 stacks. Everybody else fighting over the scraps left at the bottom. Yeah, Daniel, I know, that's what I said. I never thought I would see the day where free money would fold ace king, or any ace for that matter, but especially ace king.
Daniel, do you fold ace king?
No, he rips, he goes all in with ace king. I'll tell you what Daniel does.
Because it just came out.
All in, right, Daniel?
Unless Wayne
Wanting to work for it, right? 6'8".
I heard he's a big one. 6'3". Don't let her make the job.
He's big sports betting fan.
Oh, I know.
Ace king here for free money again. Just going to limp
This
it in.
one's suited.
I'm sorry, no. Gents open and ace king just going to limp in. I really like to see a 3-bet from ace king here. And Corey.
Oh, we got a.
What do you need, Jeff? You're just getting a water or something?
Corey does not have 9.5. He's got 2 9s.
Oh, okay. Miscommunication there. I was really confused. And ace king, free money here in the same spot he didn't want to be in with the previous ace king when he put it in the
But
muck.
it's suited.
Doesn't matter, Jesse. Still the same spot.
Break in an hour.
Over that 0.3%. All right.
Famous last words.
Hey, remember the famous last words? If an ace can beat kings and jacks and 10s,
Then what can an ace and a king do?
but not 7s.
Not beating 9s. That's top set. Looking for running clubs and running clubs only, or 7-8 to chop the pot.
The 6 of clubs.
Can he turn any outs? That's not one of the outs. Free money is dead, and he's going to be going home in 7th place here. I do believe that locks him up 5,000. Is that correct, Jesse?
Yes, sir. 5,000 is payoff for 7.
And free money, good run, sir. Going out in 7th, taking home $5,000 today. Congratulations. And that leaves 6. With Scott being our short stack, 1.1 mil. Standing right behind him, 1.2. Then Jeffrey, 1.7. And then Jacob, Gents, and Corey all with 3 mil, 4 mil, and almost 4.1 mil. So the top 3 stacks are very even, and the bottom 3 are pretty even as well. But there's a pretty big difference between the top 3 and the bottom 3. However, Scott, Sange, and Jeffrey are not out of it yet. 1 double up is all they're looking for.
Queen high. Queen jack, huh? Or is that with queen? Queen 10.
Big congrats out of the chat for Roy. And Jets here with Ace King. Ace King is going around the table, the hand of the final table. That hasn't really been doing very much justice, though. Hasn't won a whole lot of big pots. And Sanchez with a pocket pair, pocket three, is going to throw him in the muck, as he should have with the last ones.
200 he called.
Jacob here with ace nine in the muck correctly, in position. I usually defend those, but good fold. And going to pick up the blinds here. And blinds are nothing to laugh at. It's $250,000 in the middle. 50,000, 100,000, and 100,000 big blind ante. That adds up to $250,000. If my math is mathing. And Jensen now going to take the chip lead, $4.25 million.
I'm gonna chip you up. I'm gonna chip you down.
Down 12-6.
Drawing down.
Yeah, Victor. Free money was saved by the fold. I think if he jams, I guess ace nine probably has to go in the buck. It's too much more to call. It's double what you already got out there. It's a tough spot, honestly.
I like you.
Saying let it go, 8-4 suited. Diamonds in the middle.
Lady's best friend in the muck. And 2 6s here. Corey. Scott mucking the 2 Broadway cards. He's been doing that all night. I think on the button. Might want to see a flop. He's kind of short though. Might find a better spot. And gonna take it down. Picking up $250,000. Adding it to the stack.
Gents can't really call with a dirty diaper. No matter how many chips he has.
It's true. And Corey taking the chip lead. They're just trading chips back and forth. It's kind of the way tournament poker works. It's cool. Somebody gets sent home.
Keep pulling Jeff and I. Jeff and me.
You're right.
So what'd you say to the hand of the night spin, Jesse?
Anything against any ace. Any one of the pairs against any ace. You never know which way it's going to swing. It is absolutely wild.
It's been entertaining to watch, though. Hope you guys at home are having fun. And Corey here with a pair against an ace that's opening. Let's see what happens.
Now that looks like fun.
So you can elect to call with his nines.
Scott in the middle with the dirty diaper. Jeffrey with 10-7 offsuit.
Small blind is going to be out of there. Let's see what the big blind wakes up with. 8-4 off, not getting to play either. Going to a flop here. See if an ace can beat 2 9s or not. Jack 7-7 flop. See how Jacob elects to play his ace high. Come with the C-bet, and I think Corey's hand's going to be way too good to fold here.
Yeah, you can't let go of this.
Does he elect a raise?
Raise.
Yeah, does he elect a raise here and see where he's at, or does he elect to just call and see what happens on the turn? Oh. No point in raising, you're in position. Just see what happens on the turn. If it checks you, you probably got the best hand.
But any face card makes you a little, but
Four
that
of
4 of spades won't.
Alright, guys.
Yep, it's a pretty safe card from 2 9. You were ahead on the flop, you're ahead here. See if Jacob can find a second barrel. I don't mind the play if he does find it, but at the same time, it is kind of ICM suicide. Because if you have the best hand, you want to bloat the pot, you're easily outdrawn. If you don't have the best hand, you're drawing very, very slim, as you can see, as 8%.
I would have gambled for 650,000. So Jacob decides to check. I feel like Corey's going to have to make a bet here.
For sure. He's thinking, is Jacob a good enough player to be checking aces or kings to me here?
Worst part, say down and win 12,000.
I'll say Jacob probably could, but not this time.
Dominate.
And Jacob grabbing calling chips, or is he going to raise? Is he grabbing raising chips? What's he thinking here?
Jacob's trying to do a time tell. I feel it in my bones. Trying to make him think he's got a bigger hand than he has.
Make him think he's really mulling it over.
You would have liked to raise too, don't lie.
I would have loved to raise, honestly. I think it gets through. I think if he raises there, I think the nines have to go in the muck. He can have jacks full, he can have aces, he can have kings, he can have queens, pocket sevens, he can flop quads, which I don't think raises there, but
You're the chip leader.
could have ace-7 suited.
You know that means nothing. I was a chip leader when we started, and I doubled someone up right away. So.
Yeah, you hear him talking about the chip lead. Yeah, that was kind of the
these
start of how this action was going to start in this tournament. The very first hand was jacks against ace-king. Short stack against big stack. Six-handed here at the doghouse. Who will be the next victim of Daryl or Eric? Who do you think? Who's your money on, Jesse? What are you thinking?
Daryl or Eric finishing the tournament?
No, who's going to be our next player out?
Ooh.
That's a good prop bet too, though, Daryl or Eric. That's a good prop bet as well. I like that one.
Short stack. Scott? No, Sung.
What do you take?
Jacob here ripping it in with the king nine off. I might think it might be him. Oh, it's blind on blind. Oh, that makes sense. Never mind.
Got to use your chip lead like
Did we get it?
Orion.
I got my money on Jeff. Don't worry.
And he knows Sench can't really be calling with big hands, and if he had a big hand, he would have raised himself. So it's really good move there with the king high against the short stack.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Good move. I like it. My money is going to be on Scott being out next. I don't know why. I know he has a little bit more chips than Sands, but I have a feeling it's going to be Scott.
Possibly.
Who are you taking?
I would say Scott or Sands. It's just always a small. I'm not a big underdog fan. With chips.
So you take Sands, and I'll take Scott, and whoever it is, whoever wins has to go the next round?
I don't know if I feel about that.
Well, Scott's all in, so let's see what happens.
Who's gonna call him? King Jack?
Ace 10 is.
Ace 10's gonna call.
Nope. See, Jacob here knows that Scott's going to have to be making something happen so he could have any kind of suited broadways. He could have like pocket fives, pocket sixes, pocket sevens, hands he's flipping against, or have beat. So a good portion of the time he's going to have a better hand. He can even have worse aces as he has. A portion of the time Jacob's going to have the best hand, and the rest of the time it's mostly going to be a flip. Rarely he's going to be dominated. He's going to be dominated some portion of the time, but I think it's more rare than in the other case scenarios. So I wonder what he elects to do, especially with the chip leader behind. Is he going to elect to jam here, or is he just going to elect to call? Just 1.1 million. He's got 2.5 behind.
1,375,000.
And Jacob does elect just a call, figure just in case Corey does wake up with a monster hand behind. We'll never know what Corey folded. But does throw it in the hand. Scott's going to get the bad news. He's dominated 22% to improve, needing one of the 3-5s.
Pin in the window to get it over with, or you want to sweat it?
And you can hear Super Mike in the background asking if he wants a 10 in the window or if they want to sweat it. And it sounds like Jacob said, let's sweat it. And if Jacob does hold here and Scott goes out, we'll be down to 5-handed. And each player will be guaranteed 8,500. So they go from being guaranteed 4,200 to doubling that to 8,500 in the course of about 2 hours. Let's see what the flop's going to bring here, Jesse.
4, 5, 6.
It's not going to bring a 5. I feel that.
No,
don't
today
think so?
I bust Nicole. Maybe they're
I hate
better
3
than
outs.
me.
Well,
I'm so scared
there's 2
right
hearts, so a heart gives ace-5 a lot more outs on the turn. Looking for the deuce of hearts or the 4 hearts
Hey.
specifically.
Ooh.
King of diamonds is not going to help. Now looking for a 3, 9, or 5. 5 to win, 3 or 9 to chop.
Oh man.
And 4 not going to do it. That was kind of a turn we were looking for on the turn. I mean, a card we were looking for on the turn for Scott. Congratulations, Scott. He's going to be going out in 6th place. I believe that's taking home $6,000 if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 6 and some change.
65.
6,500 is what it is, Jesse. Thank you, brother. Congratulations, Jake. Scott, I do believe that is your first big final table, first
7.
multi-day final table, taking home $7,000. Congratulations, well played, good run.
And you outlasted your dad.
I mean, his dad tries to live up to his name sometimes, so that's happened. And now you can see we're down to 5-handed. Sange is our short stack with 900,000. Jeffrey with 1.5. Then Jacob and Gents basically sitting both on 2 million, and Corey on about 5 million. So really, at the top 3 or 4 spots, it's anybody's ball game. Sands is really the only person who's in dire need of help here, sitting on only 9 bigs.
I hadn't even know. I know for sure he's gonna fold. That's why I'm thinking about not like calling.
I hadn't even looked
I
at
was
my
like-
cards.
Well, I thought you had. I'm just completely out.
He's
of it.
100% folding. That's
When
like,
you started playing with your chips, I thought you were cutting out.
Oh, you know. Yeah, I usually wait until it's my
that's why I made
Yeah,
the
me too.
speech.
Sands with the
Remember I made the
10-9
speech?
suited.
Is that if I fold,
Against
definitely not gonna
raised
fold.
with
called me a
10-7
nit while
suited.
He was thinking about his decision.
But this is one of those hands where
Someone has to call,
Sands
but
is such
he
short
doesn't
stack.
call, I have to do it.
He can't call.
Can't call you, that's to rip it or fold, and it's not a really good hand to rip it in with. This is a very flop dependent hand. Never has any showdown value when you get to showdown. Nobody makes a pair. No high card advantage.
guy.
There it is though.
Oh,
Does
look
elect
at
to
that.
shove it.
Let's do it.
Let do it, he say. And Corey here with the ace in the small blind. After Cinch thinks for as long as he does, he might be thinking about it, but he knows Gents opened under the gun to begin with, and then it's a 3-bet jam, so these hands are supposed to be a lot stronger than they are. It's not supposed to be 10 high against 10 high. Jeffrey here with 40% of Broadway. Being the short stack, I don't think he can call, though. Yeah. And now Jensen's probably thinking he's going to be fairly live here, but little does he know he's dominated in this spot. It's hard to think Sands would have any better 10s here. Oh, unless it's ace 10. I don't see him, jamming king 10 or queen 10. But I guess if he can jam 9-10 suited, he can get into the queen 10 suited. Elects to let it go though. Good fold by Gents.
Let it go.
Queen Jack good.
You don't want to be doubling up short
I
stacks.
don't mind showing my hand. I play every hand differently.
And Son said he doesn't mind showing his hand because he plays every hand differently. And that's what we call balance. Balance.
After the tournament, they're gonna watch.
You must be balanced.
See? We also call that a lack
That's
of
the hand you might
consistency.
call it because you think, oh, my cards are live.
I know the Jet
Yeah, you
couldn't
see,
call
you heard
it.
him.
They have
Gents
market
almost
power.
called because he said he thought he knew his cards were live. But like I said, little does he know, he was dominated there.
10-9 suited is a good hand if you think people have overs. You know, might as well get it all
Especially
in.
if you think they're raising light with the chip lead. Make a stand.
Well, every other hand he's raising with 2.25.
But throw his hand to the mug. Ace deuce suited here. Feel like gonna be enough to go in with. Yep.
Yes, sir.
And I don't think Gents can call with queen high. Gonna ask for a count though. Don't think about it. Yep, no. You see, he looks up the blind, realizes it's way too much. If it was 6 or 7 big blinds, he might call, but he can't call. Can't call 14 with queen 8 off.
Because I've been saying that for years.
And here are our chip counts. Corey, our chip leader, once again, started the chip leader, is now chip leader again, 5-handed. And just a big shout out to all the players and all the staff, all the dealers, the kitchen staff, the front desk staff, the floors, all the management, everybody who made this big tournament series happen. Thank you guys so much for turning out and making it a big, successful series. We love poker, and we love hosting big, action-packed poker tournaments and games for you guys. So thank y'all for making it a possibility here at the Doghouse Poker Club.
We appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you guys very much. And Corey here, my favorite hand, Jack 10 suited, cut off. Gonna bump it up. What's your favorite hand, Jesse? 3-4?
3-4 suited.
And Sancho Jack 6 suited in the big blind, dominated. Thinking about defending, does defend the 2.2.
Appreciate it. Yeah, 15. When you come back, a little bit
Does he
longer.
know a Jack would be a terrible card for him? And Deuce 5-7, I like to see some bets here, some leads here from Sanchez. This board is going to smash his range so much harder than it is the Racers. What would you do in this position if you were Sanchez, Jesse?
Oh, you got to control the pot.
Wrong color.
Yeah, I think I bet like 225 on the flop, or even maybe less, even maybe like 175.
Yeah, you got to control the bet.
So that board just smashes his range so much harder than it hits the open.
Yeah, it's not always what you have; it's what what you
want your opponents to think you have. And here you can see our payouts. 32 biggins up top. Every player here now guaranteed 8,500 at least, though. So congratulations, guys. Well played by everybody so far. Been enjoying this final table. It's been an action-packed final table. We've got some pretty big hands.
Good job. I'm trying to get off next week. What are you doing?
You're short 25.
Oh, 75.
75.
Sorry.
And we got a few folds here to the button, king high. Jeff Tim's in the chat. Let's go, Jumbo. That would be Jacob. For those of y'all who are wondering. Sang here with the 4 deuce off. Just going to elect to complete. And Jacob with a 9 deuce suited. See how he elects to play this one. Going to check it over. Got Sanj dominated.
Yeah, but do you believe it with that hand?
I mean, blind on blind, anything's possible. On the ace 9-3. Kind of
yeah,
an
but
action
we
flop.
got a gut shot to a 5.
Gut shot to a 5 and middle pair. All in. Jacob is going to probably sniff this out and going to think, you know, I don't think Sanj is going to be limping very many aces here. So long hands he got to be worried about are better 9s. And he does have the worst 9. So, oh, Alexa let it go.
He
It's
said
a good fold. Shows the nut low. Shows the absolute nut low. Can't have a worse hand.
He can smile bigger, though.
I play every hand different. I don't.
Go over there, please.
What happened?
They did track you. They did track you.
Jacob, you look extra Asian when you do that.
Oh.
You're giving off like a
Let me
Buddha
tell you that much. Me and Paul play whole night PO, he lock-in dealer. He make less than $500. That tells you something. Both me and Paul playing for 5 hours. He make less than $500.
He couldn't give you a hand.
Glad you know.
Thanks, Jeff. How you doing tonight, brother? You having a good night? I saw you were playing cash earlier. Did you cash out or are you still over there?
No, that table's not even over there.
Yeah, it is.
No, he was on 4. 4's
Oh, I
empty.
thought he was on 7. Still sitting 5-handed here, son. Getting a little bluff through with the nut low. Up to 1.2 million. Now the blinds are up to 75, 125, 125. That means the players are losing 250. That's 325K in orbit, sir. For our short stack, that's a fourth of his chip stack per orbit, and they're playing
Hey,
five-handed.
hey.
So it comes around pretty quick. My favorite hand again, Jack 10 suited.
Jens, Jack 10 suited. Sange, 7-6 suited. Remember, he plays every hand differently. Is he going to put the chips in, or is he going to let it go?
I think if he puts the chips in this time, he plays it kind of like he played the last hand, so it's too similar. So yeah, I like to fold.
Yeah, he can't bluff more than twice in a row.
You can, but it's not advised, especially when you're showing every hand. I think if he makes the play this hand, I think he gets snapped off. He's not showing too many of his hands. And that's why, if you guys are listening at home, you shouldn't be showing your hands at the poker table. No matter if you have it, or you don't have it. Don't show your opponents what you're doing. Don't put it in their head that you can have this hand, that hand.
Oh, solid. Standard, Jeff. Standard.
Top set, no good. Yeah. What did you expect? And here we got middle pair against some back doors. And Jeffrey going to come out leading. I like this lead here. Once you hit the flop, the flop's going to favor the big blind range a lot more than it does Jens's range. The question is, do Jens want to float here and get a little tricky, or do you just want to consider the ICM evaluation and just let the chips go? I mean, let the cards go and save the chips behind. That's really gross, Jeff. But it does happen.
Just in case nobody noticed, we got Eric back in the box right now, which means Daryl's taking a well-needed rest.
Yeah, Jeff. Yeah, I definitely. If I had to give Kayla any advice, it would be don't show any hands ever. Whether you have it, whether you don't have it. I'm not going to say ever, because there are certain situations where it can improve your image, where if you're playing with people that don't know you and you want to show you have aces at one point, it might be okay. But if you're a player that only plays aces typically, you don't want to show them that you only play aces. Don't do that.
But you should show them when you bluff.
No, don't do that either.
Okay, don't do that.
Definitely don't do that. Just don't show it all. It's a really simple rule. It's easy. Yeah, if you want them to see your hands, make them pay. If they put the chips in the middle and pay to see your hands, then show them.
Sometimes,
if they don't pay for it, don't show them. No, nothing for free. Nothing in life's free. Nothing in poker should be free either.
Sometimes I only show one card to tell a story that I need to show instead of it making it seem like a bluff or the nut hand.
Exactly, Jeff. And these players are paying attention. All poker players are paying attention to all the information that's on the table. If you're going to make it anywhere in poker, you got to be paying attention and taking all the free information you can. Everything you do at the poker table relies on information. That's what they say. Don't want to be all loosey-goosey eating a sandwich.
Speaking of sandwiches, we got a smoked turkey sandwich on special today at the Doghouse.
Wonderful. And Corey Hero Pocket 3, to see how the chip leader elects to play his small pocket pairs. Looks like we're grabbing and raising chips. Got a little bit over a min click, 275. Standard sizing all day, 2.2. And Jen's here with a decent hand, King Queen, 40% of Broadway. Out of the small blind, see if he elects to go for a 3-better, if he just puts in a call. I guess folding's always an option too. You got a short stack behind you, you might just get it in.
You gonna hire me?
And it does. Let it go.
Take it. On at the table. Oh.
Corey picking up a pot, extending his chip lead. Picking up 375,000, I think is what we agreed with these. 325,000. 325,000.
Very good.
Small pot. We don't need to worry about it yet.
Happened quick, man. Brett, I was just depressed about turning 21.
Corey waking up with queens.
2 queens here for the chip leader. Rich probably going to get richer.
I believe queen no good, but
If any ace can beat any king, and if any ace can beat 2 kings and 2 tens and 2 jacks, then what chance does queens have? I guess nobody having an ace. Oh, Jacob does have an ace. Hey, he's non-suited, defending the big blind. I agree with this defense. Pretty standard play so far. And there it is. Any ace has been the hand of the night. You don't need a hand. You just need an ace in your hand.
Ice.
Let's see how Jacob likes to play it. Doesn't going to check it over. Now Corey's going to c-bet here. I'm not a big fan of this play. You know, he checked back jacks earlier. I think that's what he should do with queens.
Yeah, that's wild.
So now he's betting the ace high board, which is weird. I guess trying to stay balanced. Looking for a queen and a queen only. And now Jacob can improve to 2 pair if he ever thought he was behind. They were folding. And after Corey bets the flop, Jacob's probably going to assume that he has an ace a lot of the time. So now he's turned 2 pairs. He's going to go for some value with the donk lead. It's a really weird line and a really big bet, like a pot-sized bet. I don't know how I feel about this play. I think I would have liked to have checked it again and go for a check raise, or even a check call, because Corey can always have ace king or kings or aces for that matter. Still be behind some of the time. I don't know. So this is a weird play. I don't necessarily disagree with it, but I think there's better ways of getting more value out of your hand than betting huge here. But it does take down the pot. 1.9 mil going his way. And now Jacob second in chip, sitting on 4 million. Corey 5.2 million. Gents 3.3. And Jeffrey and Sanj are 2 short stacks. Sanj on sitting on about $1 million and Jeffrey on 1.7.
I raised Jeff's big blind. I raised Jeff's big blind earlier with 8-6. I mean, I don't know what I've done to earn your disgust.
Not disgust. We talk shit. We're enemies right now. Of course.
Oh, that's fine.
Hey, can you take 30 seconds so I can grab something? I'm really being serious.
Yeah.
Jeffrey asked if they take 30 seconds to tank while he goes and grabs something.
Lock that door.
Yep, don't think that's happening, guys. It's his big blind next, so I think if it was up to him, I would have liked to wait and play my big blind.
If they fold and it's a race, then we're in a race to go all in to get your big blind.
He'll tank with his cards on his hand. I'm not
It caught me off guard earlier when he called me a nit when it wasn't even my turn. Because it just came out of nowhere. Unless Ling told you.
Yeah, Ling did say something to me. Blame it on him.
I heard he's a big LeBron fan.
Queen 7 under the gun from Gents. Going to bump it up.
Sports betting fan.
Oh, I know.
See, we got some new participants in the chat and in the stream. Thank you guys for tuning out here at the Doghouse. This is our 150K guarantee top dog blowout tournament. 32 big ones up top. Every player left at the table now guaranteed, I do believe, 8,500. And King 4-3.
Hey, what did you tell him about me?
Jen's going to find a c-bet here, and I don't think Jeffrey on the shift stack can continue with ace high. Yeah. And see, I don't like showing this hand either because you're just showing your opponent. You can push them around. You can, like,
Yep.
Not a good show.
Weakness.
100% agree, Justin. You should not be showing any weaknesses. You should be showing anything at poker, but it's definitely not weakness.
What do you need, Jeff? You're just getting a water or something?
No.
Oh, because I can grab it.
Sounds like Jeffrey's got to go tink tink.
They should have done it on the last break. I don't know how long they got to another break, but I think it's going to be a while. Probably like an hour and a half-ish.
Yeah.
Sitting on hand 49 of the final table so far tonight.
Been a pretty action-packed final table, I would say, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
There we go, 40% of a Broadway. Going to bump it up huge. What are we doing, Jacob? Why are we going crazy with the Queen Jack suited here? Come on, Jacob. Getting ready to fold the rest of the same hand. And Gents with 2 7s in the big blind. And this is why I don't like the sizing, because now you bloated this pot. You're in position, which is a good thing, but you bloated this pot, and it's just gotten, could get a little bit out of control.
And how do you call a re-raise?
Hi, Hitesh. How are you doing tonight, brother? Glad to see you in the chat, tuning in. Can't call it re-raise. And now flopping a double gutter. I think Jen's going to check this over, and this is a mandatory bet by Jacob. Please do not check this back, Jacob. You have so many aces in your range. I don't like the check. I guess you could be trapping some sets here.
Seven's got a bet.
No, I don't like a bet here either. You get raised off your hand. Bet small, bet minimum. That's a good bet-ish. I still like, you almost treat that like a check, so it's so small. Jacob, no, you have a double gutter here. Like I would have liked to
check.
raise.
You might not be able to check though.
I'd like to see a raise here. Just gonna play it slow. We got Linda in the chat rooting for Corey. Looking for a 9, king, queen, or jack. 6 of hearts not gonna be it. Check, and now let's see if Jacob just checks it back.
Queen jack, huh?
Or is that with queen 10 and make a pair?
I don't put him queen jack, I put him queen queen. Once you got the flop.
And yeah, you can see how these good players like Jens can just narrow down your range and put you on a hand there. Which after he folds river, he can really only have 1 or 2 hands. King jack, queen jack, king queen. But
He called me earlier.
the point of that matter is, I think double gutter on the flop, ace high board. You raise 4x pre-flop. You have so many aces in your range. You just got to bet. You just got to c-bet flop. C-bet flop, take it down with the double gutter. If he calls once, blast turn. You got tons of outs. He never has a strong hand there. Unless he has ace 10 or ace 8 suited that decided to defend. But I think even those hands throw in the muck the way they've been playing tonight.
5-3 suited called.
And
Sands
Sands waking up with pocket 10s. I think these chips are going to go in the middle.
I don't know. He plays every hand differently.
It's true. I'd like to see you've been paying attention tonight, Jesse.
I'd like to do my homework.
No, you don't know why.
That's true. I had homework.
I bet you did. And chips going in, and a snap fold from the 5-3, and on to the next hand. Sands here getting a tough time finding a double up. Making some good moves though, getting some folds out of some better hands. Not this time, obviously, but.
Drawing down.
Jeffrey here, 4-5 of diamonds. Almost Jesse's favorite hand. And Jink, you're going to bump it up with the ace 8 suited. So you're going to put the suited king in the muck out of the big blind. I think that's a hand we could defend, but folding's probably not bad either.
Can't believe you are letting them run you over like that, man.
We know who Mike
Donald and Linda in the chat, sweating up. Corey, wanting to see him take it down. He's got a chip lead right now and a good spot to do so. 52,000 up top.
Jeff and me.
No, Jeff and I.
LFG, boys. LFG.
That's your hype words. LFG. Shin's gonna bump it up with the Jack 7 suited. You can see now that we're short-handed, our ranges are starting to open up a lot more here. Starting to put on a little bit more pressure. However, you don't want to be pressuring the big stack at the table, I don't think. I think he's gonna be defending at a large frequency. When 6 off, not good enough to do so though. Shin's gonna pick up the blinds. Like I said before, nothing to laugh at, I do believe. It's 325K out in the middle, just in the blinds.
Every hand he win like 300 in 5 seconds.
You guys turn out, and you can see Corey and Gents basically even in chips. Jacob right a little bit behind, about 2 mil behind.
Ooh, Jens finds an ace 3 suited.
Any ace will do. But it was suited.
And he raised 2 beat blinds to 250.
And are we going to have another battle of the pocket pair against the any ace?
You never know with Sanj.
He plays every hand different.
All right, guys. Don't put me up or send me home.
I need some partners.
One minute.
We apologize. All night we've been pronouncing Sang's name wrong. I've been saying Sang, but apparently it is Sang. So we apologize for Sang. We're going to try to correct that from now on. No, we're just a couple good old Texas boys. Our pronunciations ain't real good.
Dee-ba-dee-dee-dee-doo-doo-doo-doo.
And Jen's here with a little bit of a decision. Suited ace, H3, not a very good ace.
Dominated.
It's going to be dominated. Yep, you just heard him say it. I'm probably dominated. It's going to be dominated here a lot. Going to put it in, though. Any ace is usually good. Aces against sixes.
Ace in the window.
Yeah. Put a 6 out there.
And you hear Sang pushing for a 6. Put the 6, he says.
I'm trying to stay out of the way.
You want 3 hearts or an ace?
6 high hearts flop.
He wants 3 hearts or an ace, he asked.
Ace in the window.
Not this time, guys. Queen in the window. Made a pair, though. Picked up a few more outs. Can now hit a 3 or an ace. Or running hearts.
Halfway home.
Black clock. Yes.
And 9 of clubs is a really good blank for the 6s.
Queen. Yes.
Thumbs up from Sang.
Big clap. You heard that clap? Oh, that was an excited clap. Little double up. 2 million now. And now Jeffrey's going to be our short stack now. Sitting on only $1 million. Sang with 2.3 now, crawling his way back. And Jacob sitting on 3 million. Jent's on 3.9. And Corey's still our chip leader on 4.875. It's anybody's game, really, Jesse.
It's good. It's good.
We were trying to give everybody a $2,000 raise, man.
It's really good.
Back in business. Okay, guys. Now I'm going to play like a rock star now.
You heard him. He's back in business.
Said he's going to play like a rock star now.
Rocking and rolling.
I'm telling you, I'm making hoodies that say, play good, run good, get lucky.
Yep.
And that's something we should patent here at the Doghouse. Play good, run good, get lucky.
Isn't run good and getting lucky the same thing?
Play good, run good.
You sure? All right, we got Gents with AC versus Jacob with King Queen.
The dead man's hand
Did I
versus.
say AC? I meant Ace 8. I don't know what kind of short circuit I just had.
Got a lot of Cordies in the chat.
We got Kayla saying, go Jacob.
Be a good one to see Corey Bink, though, they say. Kayla in the chat, go Jacob. All of us here at the Doghouse are sweating for Jacob. Another Corey sweater in the chat. Eric Heiser, guys, y'all should have just came down and got on his rail. Gents out of the small blind, going to bump it up with the King 8 off. Going to play mostly a raising strategy out of the small blind, looks like. And now Sang has enough chips to probably just find a defend with a lot of his hands. Got position on the small blind. I like Gents goes a little bit bigger here. Goes to 300 instead of 2.2. He's out of position. This is good. It's to not incentivize the player in position to defend.
You want it back or no?
I can't answer for you.
Jen said, you got all my chips. And then Sang said, well, do you want to get them back or no? And gonna put it in the muck. It was dominated, so turns out to be a good fold, but I don't mind defending a lot of hands in the big blind. long time ago when solvers were first invented, everybody believed that you should get good enough odds to defend every hand out of the big blind to a min click. If somebody min raises, they were defending deuce 7 off in the big blind, which is not quite correct, but should be defending most of your playable hands from the big blind.
I like defending my big blind.
Do you, Jesse?
I also like to abuse the small blind from my big blind position. You want to flat call me? Ha-ha!
Better not.
Ha-ha-ha! Corey with the jack 10 off.
Bumping it up. Jeffrey, 2 3s in the muck. Saying king 9 in the muck. And Jacob here dominated 10 deuce suited. Gonna find a defend. Like I said, we should be defending all of our playable hands, so I don't mind this defense by Jacob. And king 8 jack. 3 hearts not gonna help Jacob drawing effectively dead. Runner straight.
Less than 1%.
Runner deuce. Or a chop. Corey here figuring he's probably way ahead or way behind. Flopping middle pair and 10 high flush draw.
He's going to play it sneaky.
Yeah, here comes the bet. Can't be giving him free cards to draw at 2 pairs and such. And try to get some value from some worse hands. Or some draws. Well played by Corey. Gonna extend his chip lead a little bit. And Jacob now bleeding some chips, sitting on 2.5 million. Sang right behind him, catching up, sitting on 2 million. Our blinds will be going up in, I do believe, 3 minutes. Be up to 75, 150, 150. Getting inflation is a thing. Thank you, AC. We appreciate that. Yeah, guys, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see all the actioners at the Doghouse. We do host weekly cash games here. I do believe I heard word we're going to be trying to get a big ROE game going. But to this current hand, Sank here with the Ace Kings, he's going to play like a rock star. See how a rock star plays Ace King. Rockstar gonna elect to raise big, 475, 4X, almost.
Jacob let go of the 10-4. Jeffrey's going to let go of the 10-7. It's going to a simple pot push to its number 5.
Yeah, I think everybody had a 10 in their hand there except for Singh. So I don't think they were coming. Chip counts now. Jensen, Corey leading the pack, 4.6 to 5 million. Jacob behind that with 2.4. Sang working his way up to catching up to Jacob, sitting on 2.3 now, and 5 bigs. Not even that much. I'm sorry, more than that much. I lied. Sorry, guys. Brain's not working tonight. 6 bigs. Sang and Jacob, hands in the muck. Corey here, the 9-7, not going to elect to raise this button. Jeffrey, the king high, blind on blind, think it's good enough to put it in with. And 5 bigs. And now Jensen's going to think about it here with the queen deuce off. I don't know if he's trying to get TV time or what he's thinking.
He's trying to look like he's folding a big one.
No, he's not. He's actually thinking about calling.
No way.
See?
That's wild.
Blind on blind. Spots get weird, bro. I'm telling you, it's the thing. King high and queen high. Like, look at the hands. King 4. Like, queen deuce is really not that far behind. We're just kind of flipping.
Let's see it. I think King 4 is going to hold.
I think so. It'd be good for Jeffrey. Find him a double up.
Oh,
Much
you need a
needed.
king. 4, not saved yet. King. King 4. Oh, he got it.
And does improve to a pair. Jensen looking for a queen. And there
Got
it
it.
is.
Ooh.
Brutal turn for Jeffrey. Now he's looking for a king or a 4 to improve.
King.
Or else he'll be going home.
Oh,
Does hit the 4.
He was already so far away from his seat. He did not think he was coming back.
Wow. How insane is that, you guys?
You can only do the walk away once.
I was rooting for you.
I folded
It's not going to work the next time.
No. He followed a ball already.
Huge double up there for Jeffrey. Back up to 1.5 million now. That was a weird hand. He got it in a head with king high, flopped a pair, got sucked out on, and then hit him with the re-suck out. We love a re-suck out here at the doghouse.
I love.
Good hand, Jeff. Hey, best in, best out, right? Yeah.
And congratulations to Jeff. Oh, never mind. I forgot. He won that class.
You're a special one.
Hi, everybody. Blinds are up. It is now 75, 150, 150.
That's what I would have been saying.
Keep putting breadcrumbs out for him, man. They're eating. Look at the man. Can't kill it. Walk away.
I turned the mute on somehow.
Yeah, it won't work next time, Jeff.
And now,
I don't want it to have to work.
Jeffrey back in this thing.
Well, no, I know. I don't think any of us do, but I'm just
13
saying.
bigs playing four-handed. That's enough to make something happen with him.
It's not personal, but I know y'all hoping I get to keep walking right there. Because that's we're supposed to.
Nah, we're having fun.
And the jumps are pretty nice right now for it.
Yeah, you're right. We're having fun. Let's play five-handed for 4 hours. How about it?
We root for underdog. Let's root for underdog that one.
They brought Daryl the cooler in.
I'm a dealer. I oppose to that.
He got rid of 2 people last go round. 3.
And Corey here going to bump it up with the ace deuce off. And saying he's not going to defend as big with the queen deuce like our buddy Jim.
You saw it didn't work and you decided to learn from it.
Play every hand different.
Queen deuce was due.
Not you. Depend on the player.
Here are payouts. All 5 of our players guaranteed 8,500. First guaranteed 32 biggins.
It was a valiant effort.
I felt good after the
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yes, I'm the quick. I said, he
When you tapped my shoulder, I knew it. You said, like, this is good.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah. Especially when you say if he would have. I would have tripled up the king 9 against the ace 3 and the 6s. But he would have folded. He would have called it. Maybe because I had the same amount of.
Folded the button, and Jen's picking up a real hand on the button this time. Ace king.
Let's see if he makes it 2.2.
I have a feeling he does. Likes to go bigger here, the bigger hand. 2.5. And Sang quickly folds King Jack. And I think Jens has picked up on that Jacob likes to defend his big blind. So I think that's why he decides to go bigger and charge him more if he wants to defend it. And rightfully so, Jacob does throw it in luck where he's facing a 2.2 or a 10-7 suited. So there is a method to his madness with here. 2 kings here for Sang. Don't think those cards will be hitting the muck.
Maybe. He plays every hand different.
I don't think he's gonna play like that. I don't think he's gonna play that differently, sir.
We're surviving the flies. Lightly still.
And I'm still crippled compared to y'all.
And nobody has any ace to beat the kings this time. Sang going to pick up the blinds. Chip counts, everything's pretty even, honestly, except for the chip leaders. Chip leaders sitting on a ton of chips. Lower stacks are all pretty even now, though. Jacob kind of fell down below, almost to 2 million. Sitting on 2.1. And now Sang has worked his way up from a short stack to 2.3 million. Well played by him. And now Gent's here with A7 off. See how he elects to do this. Another guy. I'm going to bump it up to the same sizing he's been making it this whole level.
The worst
2.5.
ace.
It's not the worst ace, it's the second worst ace. A6 is the worst ace, but they're equally.
Very similar.
They're equally as bad.
Quack, quack in the middle.
We know who would never fold that hand.
Corey D.
That's a fact. 7-3 is probably going to go in the middle, too. Yep, standard play. Gent's taking down the pot, going to show the ace. He's like, hey guys, guess what? I got the best card in the deck. It's only an ace, but it's an ace of spades.
I wonder why you keep tempting.
You know what we've been saying all night about the final table? Any ace will do you.
Man, bro, if you just had a baccarat table, you'd probably gain 50 million more players. Right. Yeah, why don't you get a baccarat table? I will pay for this part to be a baccarat room for just one table.
Sang here. Ace 8 off. Just throwing the muck on the gun. Not a bad fold.
You shouldn't get excited.
Jacob. I wonder if Sang could just see the future.
Yeah, right? Wow. Plays every hand different. He's going to play the ace high different this time. And Jacob went open rip for 14 bigs and pick it up. He's kind of dormant since he lost that pot with Jack.
Roy, there would be a wait list to be in the swear to you. Yeah, and you could charge us fucking $100 an hour, we wouldn't give you one.
I wouldn't.
$100 to see it, man. You make $900.
Wouldn't care.
Definitely not wouldn't.
Easily. I'll fucking bank. I'll be the bank, goddammit. Let me be the bank. Let me in that motherfucker. You'll know Vietnamese by the time you leave there. Live there, dip down, monkey, motherfucker.
I've played it a couple times at that place on Bel Air.
Yeah. Dude, I'm a fucking. I'm a
Not a
baccarat
good
playing
thing.
motherfucker. I love baccarat.
I see a 10 that look like another 10.
I love it. Tiger bet.
It's bad.
Dragon bet.
So many rich people go bankrupt.
What?
So many rich people go bankrupt.
You know how much money I've made with baccarat, dude? I literally turned. I turned 220,000 from in Vegas. I turned 220,000. We played the Falcon Room at the Cosmo, second floor. I took 220,000 over there and turned that shit into 1.4 million in fucking like an hour.
Sick story, Mike.
Well, Chinese guy had 49 million in front of him. The motherfucker played 475,000 a hand. And I just followed him, and we got paid like motherfuckers. We were high-fiving. I was air humping him every time I went.
That Chinese guy must be so broke.
I think I gave him shaking baby syndrome. I shook that motherfucker so many times.
And Sang now waking up with aces. Kings last time, aces now. This is the time you want to go on a heater. 5-handed at the final table with 32,000 up top. This is the time to do it if there ever was a time.
Let's hopefully he plays aces the way you're supposed to get paid off.
He just calls. Very good play here in the small blind. And trying to trap Jacob. See if Jacob can not flop him. And Jacob's going to flop a pair. I have a feeling we're going to lose at least one blind post-flop in this pot if I were Jacob. You can't be going around folding pairs, blind on blind action, and limp pots. Checking the aces over, going to play it slow. And now Jacob going to think he's got the best hand. Going to come out betting with bottom pair, see where he's at. And little does he know, he's way behind. As you know, Sang is playing aces like a rock star.
Like a rock star.
Play him like a rock star.
Play him like a rock star.
Aces like a rock star.
Better than King 4.
Definitely beat it better than King 4. And we're not going to slow play him anymore. We're going to come in for the check ray. He's like, hey, man, I check ray you. What do you do? Man, I don't think we can continue here in Jacob's shoes. How much should Jacob bet? Jacob bet 150, and now Saint's going to make it 650. It's 500K more to call. It's a quarter of Jacob's chips. I don't think we can continue here with bottom pair.
Gotta let it go.
Yeah, we bet to find out where we're at, and we found out where we're at. Time to let her go.
It's like
Let's see if he shows
Google
the aces.
Maps for directions.
Don't think that. Oh, he does show the aces. Said play them different every time.
Every hand different.
Every hand different.
Say that.
And now Sang crept up above Jacob, 2.5 million. From short stack to playing like a rock star. He predicted it. And I'm enjoying it personally.
I tried the second one. I was hoping he'd raise and then I jammed the whole thing, you know. But then he got checked.
And you went, oh no, what did he hit check 6?
Yeah.
No card.
And Jeffrey here all in with pocket fours. See if he's going to get any action or if he's going to pick up the blinds. I'm pretty sure he'll be happy just picking up blinds. It's just going to pick them up. Corey almost dead here with a 3-4.
Oh, never dead with 3-4.
I only said that because you're in the box with me. It's the only reason I said he was almost dead.
That flop was coming 2-5-8 like nobody's business.
3 on the turn, anticlimactic.
Womp, womp, womp.
Womp, womp, womp. And chip counts, Corey and Gents about even now, sitting on a little over 4.5. Sang now our third in chips, and Jacob under 2 million for the first time since we started. I agree, Jeff. Sang's just been playing like a rock star. He predicted it. He said he was going to do it, and he plays every hand
differently.
We call that balance. But they say same, but different. And Gents here are going to bump it up with the ace 9 of hearts. Like this play, 2.2 standard. Going to fold it down to the big blind with the 9-7 off. Don't think we're going to be defending. Nope. On to the next hand, but the blinds are up right now. We're at 150. So. You can see our chip stack still about the same. Jeffrey getting a little bit shorter, but nothing else really changing. Gents extending his chip lead by just a little bit. Or I guess picking up the chip lead from Corey, actually.
Winner wins 40,000. Second place gets a money back. That's it. One table, 9-handed.
Oh, like a single or like a
Yeah, I'm gonna do a one table 9-handed. First place wins 40,000. Second place wins 5. Sick. I'm gonna do it. We're fixing to organize it. I have like 2 tables.
Hard to stick as 2 anyways. So
Blind on blind. Jeffrey picking up an ace in the small blind. 8 big. That's enough to rip it in with.
Ooh. This
And
might
runs
be
into it.
Deep problem.
Anything possible. I'm gonna stand out for you.
I heard him. Anything's possible. Jeffrey in his tournament life at risk here. Ace-8 against ace-queen. Blind on blind. This is a pretty big cooler. Not supposed to run into very many hands that have an ace-high beat. Blind on blind.
I'm standing up too.
Big pot. Gonna drag all the chips in the middle. Let's get it right. Looking for an 8 or a double paired board or a paired board with a king out there. Otherwise, Jeffrey going to be in a world of hurt. I guess he take 4 clubs or 4 diamonds as well. Maybe a straight to the 8. What are we looking for? We're looking for an 8 and 8 only really now. I mean, I guess a 5 or a 6 is about the only other best card we could find. I really just want an 8. Queen, gonna turn him dead. Well played by Jeffrey. Congratulations, sir. But going to be going out in 5th place. I believe that's going to lock you up $8,500. Congratulations, sir.
Damn, everybody got a $2,000 raise.
Right?
seat open 12-2.
Finally faded him. Now you got to fade. C5 over.
And congratulations to Jeffrey taking home $8,500. And now we're down to 4. Jacob from being way up there in chips to being our lowest stack now on only 2 million, less than 20 big blinds. Like sitting on 13 bigs. 13 bigs, yeah.
Yeah, but one double up from Gank, and he's going to be chopping up chippies. Tense.
Jacob holding the 10-8 of clubs under the gun. Corey, and the cut it off. So it says, because there's a dead button. Technically the button, going to bump it up, like this play in position. And let's see if Sang decides to defend the big blind with the 8-3 suited. Nope, letting it go. Corey going to take the worst hand and take the pot with it.
No cards at all.
I would agree, Jeff. I think Jim's been playing a really good poker here at this final table. And I think now he's got the chip lead. He's going to play even better. So, Jason, that brings up a keynote. Jesse here sitting beside me has a shirt with a zinned out bear on it. He's an aware bear because he's aware of himself. And his shirt says, I choose the bear. So do you choose Gents as the bear?
Well, I guess I have to.
We're going to throw the 10-6 suited in the muck. I heard some chips hit the pot. I wonder what those are hitting them with. A7 off on the button. And Jacob throwing away the nuts in the big blind. And now Jacob only on 1.6 million, about 11 bigs. Sang down to 2.1 as well. We need to make something happen as well. Corey with 5 million and Gents with 6.5.
We've already made it through over half of our final table with only 4 players out of 9 left. Let's see who's going to take the top prize of 32,000.
How much are each play? How much is each player guaranteed now? I think it's like 11.
I know
10,
Jeffrey just got 8,500. I think the next one was 10,500.
It's 10-5. So everybody here now is guaranteed 10-5. And remember, guys, this is only a $400 buy-in. So if you ever want a chance to, you know, turn $400 into 10-5 or more, come on down to the doghouse. We can make it happen, as all these players here have done. So, and Jack 10 suited.
Oh.
Opening, and Jacob realizing that Gents is over-opening too much, too many hands. So he's going to be blocking kings here and blocking ace-king, figuring he might have the best hand a lot of the time. Going to come in with the rip. I like this play here out of the small blind. I don't like calling and just seeing a flop. I like this play. See if Gents decides to gamble with the Jack 10 suited. It is my favorite hand, so something to be said about that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes. Does Jacob elect to call is the question. No.
Bum, ba-dum, bum.
And don't show Jacob. Don't you dare do it. Good job. Proud of you, bud.
That would have been funny if it bounced off our dealer's hand.
I've seen it happen. I've been in the box and it's happened before.
It's heartbreaking.
Whoops. Didn't mean to show your bluff, bud. I'm sorry. Or did I? And you see our updated chip counts. Jacob now above Sang by a little bit, 2.25. Picking up that raised pot. With the king 6 off.
Are we going tomorrow, Jacob, or what?
I have no money to play.
Jacob says he has no money to play, forgetting that he just technically won $10,000.
Already locked up 10,000. Still playing for 32,000. Not out of it. Chip in a chair. Just because he's only third in chips and Jens looks like he's got him crushed. Doesn't take a lot for anything to happen. Anything can happen in poker. We know that to be a fact.
Well, yeah, okay. I think the fact that I folded
Even
meant that
18
it
he
didn't
did all
have
in the
21
menu.
already. You're right, you got me. It's a contest. Insta-fold. Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to take a small break here and leave out with Jesse. Thank you guys again for tuning out. I got to take a little tinkle, so we're going to go take care of that.
Don't forget to wash your hands. Good luck and goodbye.
You never know what you might run into at the doghouse bathroom.
Make sure if you use the fire hydrant accordingly, you wash your hands. All right, Gens with 40% of the chips in play. Corey, Jacob, and Sang coming up with the other 60 between the three of them. All right, Corey waking up with 6-5 under the gun, suited. Is he going to put chips in the middle? Excuse me. Ooh, Jonathan, reposada. Jonathan, where are you tonight?
Ooh.
All right, we got 3 to a flop with Jacob's Jack 10 offsuit, Corey 6-5 suited, and Gents. Ooh, look at this flop. This is going to be a good one for Jacob and Corey. We got pair versus draw, and then we even have Gens with back with 4 outer gutter ball. 3 outer gutter ball, I apologize. Jacob, Jonathan says shots on you.
Oh my God, so many audience. Too much pressure. Oh my God, no. How many people here?
Oh, I apologize. I said he only had 3 outs, but he did also have 3 queens.
He's gonna see it on TV anyway.
Yeah, no bluff. That's why I can't show him.
Gens with 38% VPIP. Voluntary putting in pot. Nobody's even cracking 40%. But in a tournament situation, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to play more than 50% of your hands. You're supposed to play drastically under. But when you're playing four-handed, you're going to end up playing a lot more hands. So everybody's VPIP is going to go up occasionally. Rick Fuentes says Jacob's going to call out sick this week with a minimum payout of 10K. In the industry, we call that calling in rich. Gen's playing his deep stack fucking perfectly. Jacob has 10-2 suited hearts.
And it looks like I missed Jacob collecting a few chips here. Nobody, we didn't lose anybody. At least that happened. Sang now our short stack. It's at 1.7. And Corey's going to bump it up with the Jack 8 on the button. And Jensen's going to think Corey's button range is pretty wide. He's going to put it in the 3-bet out of the small blind with the King High. And how much do 875? Yeah, I think the Jack 8's going in the middle. And a big pickup for Jens, extending his chip lead here.
Like I said while you were gone, Jensen's playing his deep stack perfectly.
Jonathan H. Tex in the chat. Reposada shots on Jacob. Sounds like a good time to me.
You missed it, but we said with Rick's comment that Jacob's going to call in Rich this week.
Call in Rich? Yeah, that's what you would do, right?
Absolutely.
You'd call in Rich for 2 months.
Maybe not 2 months.
Yeah,
maybe like 2 weeks.
Yeah, you'd party hard for 2 weeks, though.
Yeah, I would. There ain't no ender like a bender.
You got to ender with a bender?
Yep.
And on the next hand, blind still 75, 150, 150.
All right, guys, now that Dexter's back, I'm going to take a little break myself.
Enjoy, sir. Thank you for holding down the fort. Bye, Jesse. Corey going to bub it up with the ace-6 off. The worst ace, but four-handed, and ace is an ace. And Jent's going to wake up with 2 queens here. And he just 3-bet Corey the hand before. See how Corey takes it with an ace in his hand. And Jent's just going to call with the queens. Huh. Maybe he thinks Sange might squeeze behind. Looks like he thought about it, but going to like to put him in the muck. And Jacob's going to put the 9-6 in the muck. Going heads up to the flop. Ace-6 against 2 queens. See if the ace-6 can improve. Jack 5-4. No improvement for Corey's hand. Does have backdoor hearts, though. Gonna check it over. I'm sure Jens is gonna find a bet here with his queens. You know, we're sitting deep. If we're 100 big blinds deep, I think Corey floats his hand, but with 18 bigs, I don't think there's much floating to be done. Yep.
Huh? I was trapping you.
Yeah. Kings.
I thought you. Discipline forward.
And still playing four-handed here, saying our short stack. Jacob behind him, Corey right behind them now. And Jant's extending his chip lead, and now looking down in a pocket pair. Gonna bump it up, 400K. Maximum pressure now that we have the chip lead, and the blinds just went up 100, 200, 200. And now Jacob with pocket 10s. And Corey with ace-10 suited. Jacob gonna stick it in with the pocket 10s. I think as tight as Jacob's been playing all night, I think Corey can get away from this hand. Jacob's been playing pretty solid. He hasn't been making super crazy moves and stuff. Grabbing chips, makes the call. And just gonna quickly release his 4s. And now Jacob's gonna, Corey's gonna get the bad news that he's dominated in a way you wouldn't think. 2 10s against ace-10 of spades. Let's see if any ace can beat a pair again. That's been the story of the night all such far, but I think a pair's due to hold for one. And if 10s hold here, Jacob's going to get a huge double up. And Corey's going to be left with crumbs. And the 7-5-3 board not going to improve the ace-10. Looking for an ace and an ace only. 4 going to give him a gut shot. Now looking for a deuce or an ace. Deuce gives him a wheel.
How about a 6? No deuce.
6 is a chop. That's an upside down 6. Jacob going to get the huge double up to 6 million now. Almost as many chips as Jens has. And that's a huge hit to Corey's chip stack. Going to leave him with crumbs. Going to leave him with about 750K. So like 3.5 bigs. Wow. Like I said, anything can happen, guys. It's a huge pot going Jacob's way.
7 1/4 big.
Cheap leader right now.
And as you can see, every player is still guaranteed 10-5. Third place getting a $2,500 pay jump, and then from third to second, it's a $7K pay jump, and then a $12,000 pay jump from second to first. So that's what we're battling for here, four-handed. And I think Corey could have gotten away from that hand. Honestly, the open and the 3-bet jam, I guess he figures that as I said before, Jacob's kind of aware that Jens is open and pretty wide from the button, so he could be making some plays with like some king highs and such hands. But still, I think we can get away from that hand and let Jens be put up to the decision. Instead, he just shipped most of his chips over to Jacob, and he's now left with just crumbs, sitting on 3.5 bigs now. What a crazy sense of direction this has gone. And now Corey's got an ace in the small blind. That's good enough to stick it in with. And Jens, he would 10 deuce off. I think in the big blind, you got to defend almost any 2 cards here facing a 3 big blind jam. Already got 400 out there, including your ante. It's another 200K to call. 2 big blind jam makes the call. And Corey here looking for a decent little double up, putting back in like the 8-ish big blind range.
Just one time. Raise your hand if you're rooting for me.
And you can hear
Hey, you ahead now.
Super Mike in the background saying deuce one time, asking for maximum
Put a 9 for swag.
pressure. And 10 deuce not improving. Pair of 8's going to be good. Jack on the turn. Jens looking for a 10 and a 10 only. 3 outs, 8% to send Corey home. Does not come. Corey's going to make ace and 5s, and ace and Jackson 5s, and an ace. And all kinds of hands beat the 10 high. So however he wants to play it, he's going to take it down. And big double up there for Corey. Going to overcome Sang's chip lead. Or sorry, chip stack up to 1.5 million now. Still less than 10 bigs. Corey here with a 10-7 of diamonds. He's going to rip it on the button. I think after doubling up, we could probably find a better spot here, but I just want to try to figure. And going to run into aces. Sang waking up with the aces. Wow. Like I said, I think we could have found the better spot in the 10-7 suited here in Corey's shoes, but I guess he's trying to pick up the blinds, but not going to do it when you're running into 2 aces. Worst case scenario for Corey, 17% equity here. Just going to run right into the number 1 hand in Texas Hold'em. And Sang was happy to look down at it.
Put an ace up.
And Sang said go ahead and put an ace up there and just make him dead.
No, don't do that.
And then give him the 7 of diamonds.
And 10 in the window.
Oh, man.
One of them.
Looking for a 10 or 7 to improve. A 6 would be a great card for the aces. 4, still looking for a 10 or 7, 4 outs. 10% equity going to the river, or Corey will be going home in 4th place, taking home 10-5. Deuce of hearts, not going to improve the 10-7. Oh, I'm sorry. Corey had Sange covered, so he's not going home in 4th place. My bad, I thought Corey was the shortest stack. But now Sange going to double up to 2.5 million, and Corey sitting on crumbs, sitting on 2 bigs. He's got 1 free hand before he's got to put his whole stack in the middle without looking. Corey here all in with his 2 bigs with King 9 suited. Jacob going to call in the big blind with 10-7. Got to call any raise here, any jam here with any 2 cards. 9 in the window and 10-7. Jacob going to flop 2 pair. Corey looking for a 9 or a king. 4 looking for 4 outs again. Jack's not going to help him. A queen would help him. Queen's good. Looking for a king or 9 to win though. And a 9's going to come in on the river. We're going to suck out and find the double up. Wow. Corey is not going to die.
Mine is good.
And Jacob looking a little bit disgusted here. Like, damn, this guy just won't go away.
Finish here, never out.
Never out.
This is the doctor in the box.
There we can see. Chip counts.
This is the doctor in the
Gents
box.
at 6.5, Jacob at 5.5, Sang with 2.5, and Corey sitting on 1 million, about 5 bigs in the big blind this hand. Half of that chip stack is going in the middle, or pretty much 40% of it, basically half, in the middle without even getting a single card. And now he's doing some accounting, thinking, damn, these blinds are high, coming around so quick. What can you do? Sang here with Jesse's favorite hand, but Jesse's not here to see it. And Jacob looking at 2-9 in the small blind, going to put him in. And Corey's like, I don't really know what to do here with the jack high. Gamble, I guess. We got to find some spots. We got to double up to have a chance. You know what they say, any ace can beat a pair, but what about any jack?
He cannot get a straight. He got the 9 block.
And you hear Sang saying you got the 9 blocker, he can make the straight. But this is really PLO. We're not really worried about him making a straight. It's really hard to make a straight and hold him, especially with the 3-gapper. Queen of clubs. Ace, ace, queen. Corey looking for a queen, counterfeit, or a jack.
Queen.
King,
or
a
king?
10, queen, king,
Yeah.
or
3.
Yeah, 3.
and Jacob calls a 3 out. And Corey gonna go home in 4th place, taking $12,000 home. That's 12,000 big ones. Congratulations, good run, sir. Well played.
Could have made it interesting.
Good run, Corey, taking it home 10-5. Congratulations, sir. Well played and good run. Now we're down to 3. Saying our short stack, 2.5 million. Gents, 6.4. And Jacob now our chip leader with 6.5. Anybody's ball game here. Saints one double up away from crippling one of the big stacks and increasing his stack to a big stack as well. So anything can happen here. Jacob just gonna fold the ace-8 off, and Jen shows queens in the big blind. Wow, that's sick. And V-Pips, Gents, our most active player at 40%. Jacob, our 3rd most active player at 28%. And Sang, one of our least active players at 18%. Still in it, though. Guaranteed 12,000 biggins. Now, Jacob folded the ace-8, but he's going to come in with the jack-7 suited. And now I think Gents is going to bump it up here with the queen-jack. Does bump it up. Looks like 700. Good sizing here, facing a limp and then being out of position. Sang and Jacob both going to throw their cards in the mug, and Gents going to reclaim his chip lead. Still 3-handed here, playing for 32,000 up top and the dog tags. And forget about the red and black dog tags. Doghouse colored dog tags. And Jen's going to keep the aggression up, bumming it up with the king 5 off on the button. Saying here queen 7 of clubs, probably getting sick of being pushed around. Going to take down the blinds, picking up $500,000 in this pot. That's the beautiful thing about tournament poker. With the ante and the blinds out there, he's risking 425K when he raises to pick up $500,000. It's very standard. And Jacob going to bump it up here, heads up against the chip leader. And going to take down the blinds, like I said, adding Well, since he's out of the small blind, he's only adding 400K instead of 500K, but still. And again, we're three-handed, so Sane's got to find a spot quick, because when you're three-handed, the blinds come around really quick. Every other hand, you're in the blind. 2 out of the 3 hands per orbit, you're in a blind. And Jacob going to bump it up here with ace-4 off on the button. I agree to this play. I don't like the sizing, but I agree to it. I think we should instead be making it 400K instead of 600, but trying to put maximum pressure on Sang, I reckon. And Sang here with a suited king, three-handed. This is a pretty strong hand. Got to make something happen, find a double up at some point. Raise all in, and a snap call from the ace. Jacob seems to know exactly where he's at and has Sang dominated. And now Sang at risk with a dominated hand, ace-4 against king-4 suited, looking to improve, or his tournament life will come to an end. And the 5-8-9 not going to improve either hand. Sang looking for a king or running spades. Ace on the turn, going to turn Sang dead. Good game, Sang. Congratulations. Good run. You played like a rock star, sir. Good run going out third place, guaranteeing himself $12,000 to take home. Sorry, $13,000 to take home. And now we're heads up. Jacob against Chance. Jacob with the Chipley, $8.3 million against $7 million. And $12,000 difference. And Jacob asked if they want to do ICM. I don't know if they're going to look at it or what they're going to decide. Let's see. For people at home who don't know what ICM stands for, it stands for Independent Chip Module, and it is a way of chopping the prize pool in correlation to how many chips you have. So they count your chips and basically break down the dollar amount your chips are worth, and you get that X amount of dollar per the amount of chips you have. So if they do an ICM chop, they both get paid based off of how many chips they have left. And that usually favors the shorter stack, so I think Gents would come out ahead here if they do decide to do an ICM.
So we can lock 25K and then play for 7.
He's saying make it 27 and 25. But you're still playing.
Yeah, we'll play for the rest of the 7.
So you're playing for $2,000.
No, it's 12,000.
You're saying take 5 off of that, make it 27. You're making second 25,000, right? You're playing for $2,000.
Looks like they're talking about doing some kind of deal.
Guys. I don't care what you do. Just clarify.
I think ICM is the best. If you want to check it, let's check it first. Check it first. Maybe you like it. You want to check it?
We can check it.
Check it, come on.
You have to finish it.
Okay.
And a dominated here, Jack 3 suited against Jack 6 off. King 7, 5, not going to improve either hand. And there you go. When checked you on the button, you're always betting heads up.
Can you pause the clock?
And now they're going to pause the clock and look at that ICM chop, as I said once before. And they're both pretty even. Looks like Jens has 7.5 and Jacob has about 7.9, so.
I need a chip count.
So we're going to get a chip count here and see what the ICM might be.
That's fine. We got it paused. You guys can look at it and figure it out from there.
6 million, right?
Howdy. Guys, we got Stacks in the box tonight in the commentating booth. Welcome in, Stacks. He is the mastermind behind everything. He runs all of our softwares here. Pretty much the director of our live stream. So without him, none of this would be possible. So big shout out to my man Stacks. Happy to have you in the box. Been enjoying tonight? Been enjoying this final table, brother?
As much as I can, guys. Hello, everybody. How are y'all?
Let's give some shout outs for Stacks in the chat, guys.
Appreciate y'all sticking through my trial and error as I learn how to do all this.
It's a learning process, but we're getting it down, you know.
Hey, I'm actually enjoying it. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. you know, we enjoy poker. We both like poker. You could even say we love poker. We're definitely passionate about it. So then we'll do something like this, and we're involved in poker where we're not just dealing, we're playing. It's always a nice change. It's always nice to just kind of talk
Different.
poker. You know? Yeah, it's different.
The 500,000 difference.
As much as I love poker, poker can also go kick rocks.
Can't confirm.
26,194, 25,805.
And sounds like the ICM chops is about a $1,500 difference, 26.
25 and play for 2,000 and then,
Yes, Miranda. I do.
if you want.
Yes.
25 and then what? Play
So
for
I mean,
2,000?
you're saying take 5
What's up,
off
Rick?
the
How you
second,
doing, bro?
Take 5 off
Good
the
to
first,
see
Give
you.
us 1 second,
second.
Stacks. Let's listen to the
Play-
table talk
play
about what they're going to do with this deal.
Okay.
Well, and the champion.
Don't forget. The
We're
covenant.
only 500 shy?
Yeah, he has 500,000 less.
We'll play all of them.
Wait, no deal? Alright, no deal. Start the clock.
Sounds like Jacob says no chop, so we're going to play this thing out. Looks like we got a little bit of battling ahead of us. Both players sitting on about 40 big, so it could go either way. Very interesting. What Gents was saying was he was wanting to say, so right now, second place is 20K and first place is 32K. So what he was wanting to do is he was wanting to make them both be guaranteed 25,000. They play for the other 2,000. And Jacob's like, well, if we're going to do that, if we're going to play it out, we might as well play it out for all of it. So it's a little bit of gall. And Jacob here picking up 40% of Broadway, going to bump it up on the button. And Gents with the Broadway card in his hand, going to defend out of the big blind. Pretty standard so far.
What would you have done?
And what, in this spot?
Are we playing or are we taking the shot?
That's a good question, Stacks. I honestly, I like the idea of locking up 25K and then playing for the 2 because I like playing it out. I like playing heads up, but I also would like to lock up, secure the other 5K.
It helps out both parties.
Yep.
You know, you both secure a good chunk of change.
Yep. And then you get
you
to
still
play
get to
for
play
it.
it.
Right, exactly.
See who
I like that.
takes home the win.
And I like this play here by Jacob, checking back flop and then bet and turn with his queen off flush draw. And oof, that's actually a really bad card for Jacob, but it might give him enough showdown value. He checks it back. Yeah, checks it back. Might have been the only card that saved him. I don't know if he's bluffing river, if it bricks or not. He might win if he bluffs river and it bricks.
I could definitely see a bluff bet there. Anyways, I would like to give you or show you my appreciation for your commentating.
Okay.
That makes a hell of a difference on this stream, and I know that
Try to
the
do my
people
best.
behind the screens enjoy it.
I try to do my best. I like talking about poker. I think it's good. And this is a weird play. You're just jamming the 7s, facing a raise. I like a normal 3-bet size. We're playing 40 bigs deep. Like there's no point in going kind of crazy here with 2 7s.
Standard ranges to get the job done.
Yeah, I think a standard 3-bet there because he's facing an open, but I think a 3-bet's fine. But I guess you just want to take it down there. You don't want to be put in a weird spot. 7s are kind of hard to play post flop, so. And now the queen 8, the hand Jacob just lost to.
Indeed.
Gonna limp the button. Don't mind this play, and Jen's gonna check back the king high. The flop improves. Either player 5-5-10. I like to see Jens come out with maybe a lead here. King high's gonna be good on these paired boards a lot of times. And now Jacob turning a gutter with his pair outs as well. And I like this bet once you check 2 twice too.
Absolutely.
I like turning my gutters into bluffs. They're not good enough hands just to be check calling.
I also like that call there.
Yeah, the king high is gonna, like I said, it's gonna be good here most of the time. Batter for Jacob.
And then it gets there.
Oh, bad bet. I don't like this bet either. I like
that was
the
a little
check.
too quick. Oh,
Doesn't even think about it with the queen high. Just throws it in the muck.
Must have had a soul read in there.
Discipline forward. I guess when you check calls turn, you got to think queen high is never good. So then when it comes out leading, I have to stop thinking about it because heads up poker is different than just playing green. Queen high can be good there a lot of times.
You'd have to also take in consideration how he's played hands beforehand.
For sure. Yeah, he's been very active. Obviously very capable of making bluffs and plays.
Trying to understand what kind of player he is, because there's players out there that bet those spots because they they understand that dynamic.
Exactly.
They can take advantage of it when they see fit.
Yeah, you can't just play your cards face up whenever you're playing heads up.
But
no limit.
You also know what they say. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
What do you say? And 9-high flush draw here against the queen high for Jacob. He's gonna bet the turn, and looks like Jacob's gonna call this queen high. I like this call as well. These guys are playing some actual poker here. I love it. And ace on the river changes not a lot. Gents is blocking 3-5 for the wheel. And looks like Jacob's going to come out with a little bluff lead here. Turning his hand into a bluff, turning the best hand into a bluff. And once he bets that much, I don't think Gents can ever make a move.
There's nothing he can do there.
No. Facing the overbet on the river.
I mean, unless he's feeling froggy and was like, let's see if he actually has it and just goes over the top. But
facing the overbet though, like when are we ever raising overbet without having it? Very rare. You got to be a really above the rim player to be making moves like that.
You got to be able to have solid reads.
And as you can see, since they disagreed on the chop, Gents is slowly chipping away at Jacob Shipley. About 2 mil ahead of him now. And now Jacob will end up with a decent hand. Ace-Jack. Just going to ship it. I don't like this play either. You're only ever getting called by worse.
Take down the blinds. Take down the chips real quick.
I mean, you're getting 400K from Gents, but still.
It's not going to be an easy fight. You're going to have to get lucky.
I say this as well. Small pots matter.
All pots matter. No matter how small or how big. We like winning all the pots.
I've also seen hand done, if you do it right, you can just take down the blinds and build your stack up quite nicely.
Yeah, you can. It's very possible. You win 2 or 3 of them in a row, and then all of a sudden you got a bunch of chips. And we got a limp pot here, 6-7 against king 6. Not super fair. Domination nation here. Jacob here with king high on the paired board. King high's going to be best most of the time. And Jen's going to stab at it when check 2. See if Jacob decides to float. No, just throws the king high in the mud.
I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt of having a somewhat equivalent hand, you know.
But I think here on this flop, on this paired board, I think with the 1 heart backdoor flush draw with king high, we got to float one and look to play some turns. See a turn? Yeah, I'll see a turn in there with king high. Because you're just going to go check on the turn so often. Because obviously if Jens is taking a stab at it with 6-7 off, he just has so much junk in his range.
Little feeler bet there, see what's up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's just a little stab, you know, when you're on the button and check 2, you know, that's it. Especially paired boards, everybody having a paired board in that pot.
Especially heads up.
I like this. Yeah, it's very hard for people to make pairs. Jacob here does have a pair and going to rip it in.
Oh, that was a quick one.
Yep. Another quick hand. And now Jacob, as you said, just taking on the blinds, starting to build his stack back up from 6 million to 7 million. Now only $1 million chip difference between the two.
You know, also as a dealer,
So many chips.
you see so many different hands and so many different situations that when we're actually playing and
really
just like that, it's like we already know. We already seen a million different ways it could happen. It's just
Sometimes they can have it, keep it going.
Now we're playing the
oh, now this is a closer fight than the last one.
Then the button with the queen 10, I would like to see an open there, but I guess the limp, you're going to limp call through it. I actually like the size of Jacob out of position. It's a little bit big, but it's not terrible. And on the king 5-8 diamond, Jacob elects to find c-bet. I think this board favors his range a lot, but I also think Jen's going to have a lot of king X. Bad kings, like king 4 suit, king 4 off, king 6 off, like limps button, call to upraise. A lot of king X. Hand on the button, wants to check 2, to go for a stab. And Jacob looks like he's might be cutting out some raisin chip. He's like, I think my ace out good. Let's see where we're at. Oh, no, just collect the call. Yeah. Keep his bluffs in. Gotta keep the bluffs in. 4 on the turn, you're gonna give Jacob a pair. Neither play on the diamond. And wow, just rips it in his face. That's a crazy play. If you don't think he has it, I like to check call and let you just bust it. Bluff it off. Very unorthodox play there. But
You want to go all in, just grab a stack and get the same job done. Without risking the entire
stack. Yeah, because he's got a hand, he's going to snap you off and turn it over.
Because that move works until it doesn't.
Bigger knife cap. Maybe even combined. True.
And first walk of our heads up session. Chance with a decent hand.
Do it for a living.
It's all the world. We like to pretend that.
Drive me crazy.
It can be.
Heads up is definitely.
Sometimes I find it hard to fold some hands when it's heads up. How many shit hands do you normally see when you're heads up? Often, right?
You shouldn't really be folding anything heads up. And now, it looks like Gentry's going to play a
Seeing those shit hands so early.
You should be playing 93 or 94. You can find some folds like 70s, maybe like 90.
Offsuit cards.
Yeah, they do that. But even like the 10 deuce suit or 10 deuce suit, you see flop season that.
Let's see the next.
You like poker, I like me, I don't like it.
So both players now guarantee 20K. They kind of disagreed on the shop what they want to do. Jacob wanted to do ICM. The other guy didn't want to do ICM. He wanted to play it out. And Jacob said, we're going to play it out. We're going to play it out for all of it. So here we are.
Playing it out for all of it.
Playing it out for 32 big ones. Both of them locked up 20K. That's a nice payday regardless. Jacob's going to bump it up with Jack 8 off on the button. Don't mind the play. Don't like the size. I still think 3.5x is just too big heads up. On the button, I don't mind that size. I'm sorry, on the big one, I don't mind the size, but on the button, it's going to work out for him this time. He's flop top pair. Jens is going to come out stabbing. Jens obviously thinks he's just going to outplay Jacob here. And Jacob's not going to have any of it.
Why not just a small raise? See what's up.
I don't like the small raise. I like just calling.
Let's go! That's what I need, the energy on my side.
Let's go,
Hell yeah, come on.
And now Jacob extending his chip lead here up to 9 million, 9.1.
Looks like the turns have table.
Hey, can you bring pink chips, please?
Okay.
Turns been tabled.
I know, but there's too many browns.
Just like the cards. Hey.
No, we haven't.
Hate to see it. Oh, miss.
There we go, Queen 9.
10-7 suit, I love that. Especially with a flop like that. Goodness.
What is going on? Why are we burning? Oh, check that fast. And now Queen 9.
Yeah, our software can't keep up with live players like that sometimes, so we gotta have to slow it down just a tad bit.
5 not gonna give him there. Queen high gonna be good. I think if Jacob checks Jen, so he's got a bet here. He can't ever be showing down 10 high. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna check bet. Oh, very standard play here. And sounds like WSOP rail in the background. People clapping.
I just want to take some of
And it looks like we are going to be taking a break here, guys. So I think they are going to take the whole break. So we'll be back in 10 minutes. Thank you guys for tuning out. Just hang on. The action will be back. And we will get to see the final victor of this tournament. We'll be resuming in 10 minutes. Guys.
I was in.
And we are back. Heads up action at the Doghouse Live. Jesse's back in the booth with me. What's up, Jesse?
Hey guys, how's it going?
And now you can see the dog tags on the table. They look so pretty. So pretty. Red and black dog tags. And guys, remember, we give away a set of dog tags every month. So if you want your shot at winning your own dog tags, you can wear while you're playing at the Doghouse. Come on down and fire at these Top Dog tournaments. They're great. Great turnouts, great tournament, great structure. Everything about it's awesome.
All right, we're going at lines are going to be 100, 200, 200.
I feel like that's the line we just left off at. I think it's going to go up from here.
That's usually how it works in the tournament.
That's kind of how it does work. I think it's going to be at 125, 250, 250. You can hear the clock ticking now. Yeah, see, you got 250 Annie out there.
Okay, got it.
Thank you for coming out here tonight, Jesse. I appreciate you being in the booth with me. It's always a pleasure.
No problemo. Day twos are my favorite to commentate.
Yeah, that's always fun. I always enjoy this more than the cash games, I feel like. And Jacob, going to start our first hand back, giving a walk to the dirty diaper. Jacob's still got a small chip lead here, but it's really anybody's game. They're so even.
We applaud you.
All right, Gens with 7-4 on the button. Gonna let it go.
Another walk. All it takes is one big hand to change the tides or end the whole thing.
Did I move the button twice? Oh, you threw the button, didn't you? That's what I missed. Okay, my bad. First day deal.
First day play and dealer. You're a dealer here?
All right, Jacob with an ace-8.
Gonna rip it in. And 7-5 in the muck, face up. Gonna pick up 500K from Jens. You do that 3 or 4 times, and it really takes a big toll on Jens' stack. And Jens here with 2 Broadway cards. I believe we're going to be opening this up.
King Jack is coming in.
For a limp.
Versus
Now Jacob,
Jacob's.
ace-9.
Yeah, buddy.
How much did Jacob make it, Jesse?
Right here?
Yeah.
Well, that looks like a good enough bet for me, 800,000.
So a pretty hefty bet. I like it, though, out of position. You should go bigger. And as you can see, as I've mentioned before, those pretty dog tags right there on the table. 150K Top Dog Blowout Winner. That's what it says. And this is a pretty action flop. Middle pair for Jacob against Jens' top pair. And Jacob going to come out blasting at it. 1 million. And Jens going to make the call.
This doesn't look good for Jacob.
I don't blame him for betting. I think his sizing's a little bit big, but I don't blame him for betting here. It's going to be the best hand most of the time. And Jacob's just going to rip it in. And if Jens can make this call, he's got Jacob drawing to 11% equity for a massive chip lead.
This is going to be crazy.
And he's actually thinking about it. Is he thinking about folding this hand? I don't think we're folding top pair with the second best kicker heads up very often. Take back a look, make sure he's got what he thinks he's got. Blocking hearts, unblocking clubs. You don't want the heart in your hand, but you also like not having the club in your hand. You're going to put some more bluffs into Jacob's range. All you have to do, gents, is say call, and you're on your way to winning $32,000.
What could he think Jacob has? Do you think he has a set or an overpair that's got his jack?
Yeah,
Maybe he thinks he's got ace jack.
You think he's got queens or, yeah, like you said, ace jack. You're blocking ace jack. You're blocking aces. Put him on kings or queens maybe. And putting those chips back on the stack, that looks like a man who's going to fold. Yeah, look at him grabbing his cards. They're going to go in the muck, I think, Jesse. No, thinking about it a little bit longer. This is a huge moment. This could lead to the end of our final table. He's really giving us some contemplation. I think I would have already put the chips in, Jesse.
Yeah, I think most of us would have. I think he's giving Jacob way too much credit for this hand.
Wow,
Oh
and
my
he
God.
does fold it. Great play by Jacob. Jacob thinks he's trying to make, he's jamming for protection, but really he doesn't know. He was in bad shape. He thinks he's jamming for protection, trying to price out the flush draws and the straight draws, and maybe trying to get value from a worse 9 or trying to get a 7 to pay off. He has no idea that Jennings just folded top pair with the second best kicker. And that's going to give Jacob a massive chip lead with 70% of chips in play now.
You can hear everybody in the background cheering for Jacob as he is one of Doghouse's dealers.
Doghouse employees always getting sweated up at the Doghouse. Guys, thank y'all so much for tuning out. We appreciate you guys, all of our YouTube listeners, all of our Facebook listeners, everybody on Twitch. Please put a like and subscribe. And now Jen's playing up with a huge monster. 2 kings. See how he decides to play it. Gonna bump it up a little bit. A little 325 on top. And Jacob gonna come along with the queen deuce of clubs. Check here on the flop. And top set for Gents, just in case. And now, I'm not a huge fan of his check on the flop, and now that we've turned top set, this is where I would like to check. But to each their own, I reckon.
Check raisin's the only reason you check the flop there.
That's true. Or hoping that Jacob's just going to say with those magic words he really is keen to say. 2 of them. One starts with the A, and one starts with the I.
Believe me, why you ask me? I don't lie.
Crazy guy.
Oh, yeah. There you go. It's Jacob's favorite word since we've been heads up. And Jens is probably thinking at this point he wish he would have just taken the ICM chop. Instead of saying, let's play for 2K. Jacob said, if we're going to play for it, let's play for all of it. That's what we're doing here.
You gotta have to find out on the
4-6-6, Jen's flopping the best hand with a pair of 4s. He's going to lead, and Jacob's going to check fold. Pretty standard here. On to the next hand.
Well, somebody just dropped the peanuts. Peanut M&Ms it is.
Can I go in and you call, please? I'm tired of this.
Jacob's saying he's tired of playing.
have a hand.
Just call.
Jacob said, just call.
Jacob waking with jacks, please call.
Please call. Jacob, I think when you open jam there, you probably don't want to get called. If you're getting called, you're at best flipping.
Flippy, flippy.
You haven't had ace king yet?
I don't think I've had an ace.
Hard, only 2 people. How often you have an ace?
We should all take a little extra second to spin.
I have no ace.
So if y'all could just take an extra second to spin.
Sorry. Is it?
Jesse, I'm still shocked that Gents folded top pair there. And Jacob here pocket 9 is going to rip it in. And finally gets the call from Gents. He said, please call. And he's got Gents dominated. 9s against ace 9 of clubs.
Three outs or a fucking super specific flop.
Looking for clubs or an ace. Gents can't improve here. Jacob's going to win this thing. Gents is at risk for this tournament.
Let's go.
Come on, Dollhouse people.
9 in the window.
Going to the flop. Deuce 310, not going to improve. Gents looking for an ace and an ace only. Not a single club on the board.
3 outs.
He turned some gutters with a 4 or a 5. We really would just like to see we really like to see an ace. 7 on the turn, not going to improve. They give him any.
People are screaming monkey. They want a brick.
They want a monkey. And that's a monkey. 9's going to take it down, and Jacob is going to win this thing. Congratulations to Jacob, one of our doghouse dealers. Big Jumbo going to take it down, taking down the 32,000. Played it all the way out for all the money and came out victorious. Congratulations to Jacob.
Let's go.
And you can see all the people swarming the table, giving Jacob their congratulations. And the dog tags can go around Jacob's neck now because he has taken this thing down and taken home 32,000 big ones. Guys, thank you guys so much.
This is Jesse Wolf commentating along with Dexter by my side, and this was the 150 Top Dog Tournament. Appreciate everybody that came and played our 2-day tournament, 400 for 150K. Congratulations, Junebo. Congratulations, Gens, and everybody else that made our final table. Scott, Benjamin, Roy,
Zachary.
Scotty, Zachary, everybody, Corey, Sang. Congratulations, everybody, and we hopefully see you next month for our next Top Dog.
Guys, thank y'all so much again for tuning out, and thank you guys for coming out and playing and making this a successful series. We appreciate you guys so much. Doghouse tuning out.
Put it on, hold it.
Do I have to be in the picture? Fuck yeah, you do.
This is the consolation for knocking out my wife.
Here we go. Have a seat in front of you, Chip. You want your pocket knives?